I was like stressed out in my sleep for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because of the post-nasal drip in the cough. You know, it's in the back of my head. Oh, it's dripping in your throat. It's dripping in your throat. You're gonna cough. You're gonna cough. So it ends up being like, oh, you gotta clear your throat so you don't cough. You gotta clear your throat so you don't cough. I started feeling drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat. I got my drip. I've got pressure here and here. Drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat. I got my drip. Clear your throat so you don't cough. You gotta clear your throat so you don't cough. I got my drip here and here. I got my drip.
Fuck all you hoes!
I got my drip.
Talking all that bullshit!
I told you guys how stressed out I was recently this week. And that's what it is. It's a combination of a ton of stress, being around people who are sick, being overworked, right? I started feeling drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat. I got my drip. I've got pressure here, here, and here. Drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat.
Please.
I got my drip. Clear your throat so you don't cough. You gotta clear your throat so you don't cough. I got my drip. I got my drip. I got my drip. I was like stressed out in my sleep for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because of the post-nasal drip in the cough. You know, it's in the back of my head. Oh, it's dripping in your throat. It's dripping in your throat. You're gonna cough. You're gonna cough.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
I started feeling drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat. I got my drip. I've got pressure here and here. Drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat.
Fuck all you hoes!
So you don't cough.
Detroit till I die, motherfucker!
Here and here. I got my drip.
Talking all that bullshit!
I got my drip. I told you guys how stressed out I was recently this week. And that's what it is. It's a combination of a ton of stress, being around people who are sick,
Talk
being
about my
overworked,
wife.
right? I started feeling drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat. I got my drip. I've got pressure here, here, and here. Drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat. I got my drip. Clear your throat so you don't cough. You gotta clear your throat so you don't cough. I got my drip. I got my drip. I got my drip.
All right, we're gonna start soon. Kind of a short-ish recap type of thing.
Fuck exactly what you really had to say, oh yeah. I'm the reason why, oh yeah, you know. Little fucking
Talking all that
yeah, you
bullshit.
Yeah. And you wanna talk down on me, yeah. Everybody talking down on the young, yeah. They don't understand what I put on, I be putting on my best on. What you mean with my Teflon? Put it with an O, with a 4-5 that shot on. Nigga keep on talking with, I hit him with that, come on, yeah. They keep feeling me on song. I got bitches out of right way. They don't feel my song, that's okay, that's his grade. Nigga put it like okay, but I done done it with no face, yeah.
It's coming up, you guys. He's about to say it. Listen, listen.
Like you talking like a trio, talking like a triple wing, talking like a flex on. Cutting with that money like I'm shopping at the sex fit. Then I pull a yeah, if it's nothing, then it's Neiman.
It's coming, it's coming.
Put that demon in my semen. Put it like okay, I'm a legend, nigga. Like you do it, she's my queen, yeah. Princess, we talking like she flawless.
Oh man, I could spend the rest of my days researching and wondering and contemplating and pontificating on why anybody would think "put that demon in my semen" is a good line in an actual song. Put that demon in my semen, dude. You dummy nigga, pull it 50 round with this shit. We slime slow and nose, yeah. Watch it dog with nobody, we try him like a hoe, yeah. Pants down, flawless like I'm talking BBS. It's the best thing. But I'm not gonna lie though. The start of this song is pretty fucking hype when he said like, oh, I'm putting on my vest on. Yeah, here, somewhere here. Yeah, that's pretty fucking hype, you know? He's blowing in.
Nigga keep on talking when I hit him with that come on, yeah. They keep feeling me on song. I got bitches out of right way. They don't feel my song, that's okay, that's his great nigga. Put it like okay, but I done done it with no face, yeah. Face, that's okay, that when I coming through like anywhere. Kinda when you send it like you gotta pull it down.
Yeah, this is the Island Boys, by the way. This is those guys. And in particular, Kodiak Red. This is the more talented one.
Put it like okay, put that demon in my semen. Put it like okay, I'm a legend legendary. Watch
Yeah, sure. Okay, I guess let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into it. Please.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to
fuck all you
live.
hoes talking all that Detroit till I die, motherfucker.
Welcome everybody. Hold on, let me switch the flow. There we go. The restream chat's gonna be empty because this is not a restream, obviously. Let me shut this guy up first, okay? Okay, there we go. Welcome everybody. What's up? This is a pretty short-ish early type of stream. One of these days I'm gonna get fiber optic installed and I'll be back to like actually making longer and more reliable streams that are not in 720p. But now I'm drinking.
I'm drinking.
So yeah, we got a quick recap. I think I'm gonna start with the most recent things first, and then we're gonna go to the less recent things. So we're gonna start from the beginning, go till the end, because at this point I'm pretty sure you've seen everything about his illness and like the post-illness syndrome, and then the the comeback stream and crying about stuff. So we're gonna let that sit there while we look at the relevant and recent and hot stuff. Speaking of hot, beg tweets are officially back. That's it. Period. They are back like they've never been gone. And now I'm gonna let the robot read this one because this one is pretty good. By the way, yeah, he changed his name on Twitter to it is upon us. The adpocalypse cometh, which is not only totally creatively bankrupt, but also really confusing for people that have no idea that he's doing an adpocalypse event. Because at first I read this and I read it as a apocalypse because it's an actual real word, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? What is the hype around? And then I remembered he's doing the Black Friday watching ads and reminiscing on how much better the past was thing. That's how I would qualify it. But yesterday, let's not get carried away. We're talking about serious things right here. Yesterday, he was playing Super Mario Brothers, or was about to, and he really needed support. So this is what he said on Twitter.
Tonight's late stream is more Super Mario Bros. Wonder goodness at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Sadly, this game has been getting way less attendance/engagement/support as of late, so if you could swing by while I take on World 5, that would be awesome. See you then.
There you go. I think it's safe to say at this point, this is an official beg tweet. Even if the previous one wasn't, which was, I'm not exactly sure which one it was, because he asked people to like swing by something. I can't really find it, but there was one. Or maybe it was on the YouTube side of things. Hold on, because he uses his community tab as a replacement, or I would even say a mirror for Twitter. But sometimes we are getting different content on both platforms. So here I think it's copy pasted basically. But when he was sick, there was one community post in which he was begging, but there was a tweet that was identical to the community post where he wasn't begging. It's kind of hard to tell apart. It's it's weird. You gotta be lurking. You gotta be waiting for him to post it and then immediately like screenshot it. Because otherwise we just get lost in a sea of not publicly available streams and just shitty schedule bullshit. So yeah, like I said, we're getting Adpocalypse 2.0, and the first one was really bad. And I guess the highlight of it was him leaving the stream to go get, I think was it Burger King, and to drive his wife to work because he didn't trust her for working on Black Friday because it was dangerous or something. But maybe it was. No, Black Friday gets crazy over there in the land of the free, in the home of the brave. You know what I mean? So the stream where he was playing Super Mario Brothers ended at, I think, $26, $30-ish, something along those lines. Not very cool, and he made that public in the daily wrap. He was crying about it quite solidly over there. So let's actually start from the daily wrap. I've seen it. He's completely lost control of the non-begging narrative. That shit's gone, like it never happened. And you know, the corner demon, I would like to make that a thing. The corner demon, because I've seen plenty of people notice it and talk about it. This look when he's like eyes bulging out, looking at the corner, like there's a demon standing there. I would love that to be the new meme. That is just such a great funny meme. The corner demon, but the corner demon is back.
Got like one or
And he's terrifying because
his community posts are his new Twitter begs.
yeah, basically that's pretty much it. But the thing is, for now at least, the community post has the same stuff as on Twitter. So when we get a beg tweet, we're probably gonna get a community post beg as well.
and maybe one or two super chats. It was really slow for a main daytime,
Really slow.
especially new release stream. So that was not good. It was a little concerning. And the reason why it really is concerning is because right now,
Let me guess. He skipped a lot of time because he was sick, and now he's behind thousands of dollars. Is it that?
I have to keep going with the games I'm playing. I don't have opportunity to start playing other stuff. I'm 3 games I'm juggling already, and I'm behind on it because I got sick. So I have to
he
push
got
forward
sick
and persevere and keep
But
going. With
hold on, did somebody do the math? Because let's say he was sick for 5 days, and he has 2 streams a day. That makes 10 streams. And let's say a reasonable estimate is that he would make, let's say, $75 on average a stream. Let's just say that. And you do the math. And then when he came back, he had a couple of like really good streams where he got like, I think he almost got close to like 301. And the other one, he got like 150 something. And when you calculate that and all the other money he got in between those streams, I think they basically made up the difference that he's been behind. It kind of would make sense if that happened, but I'm not sure what the actual math behind this would be.
these games to get through them and see their end.
Oh yeah, he also did the suggestions thing. Oh, I wanted to restream this. I just didn't know when it was, so it happened to be last night and I couldn't do it. I want to go through that suggestion box thing because he was just saying no. It's just him saying no for like an hour or something.
So that people aren't disappointed that they've been waiting forever for this and it never ends. And so I can fully focus on the new releases coming out. Just because I had a slow day, like, oh, let's put Alan Wake on the back burner. That would be a terrible idea because people want to see this resolution so that we can move on to new games, right? If I delay these games any further than they've already been delayed because of my illness, it will only further make them not get as much attention and or support. I know that, all right? So I'm doing my best. I don't know if this was just a one-off thing with Alan Wake today.
Oh, man.
But I hope it doesn't continue because I've got 2 more streams tomorrow and Wednesday scheduled, hoping that we can maybe even beat the game.
Dude, I'm sure there's somebody dedicated enough to do this, but if you went and looked for all the times he brings up, I hope it doesn't become a pattern, you guys, and you make like a super cut of it, I'm sure it's going to be at least 2 hours of monologues exactly like this one. Oh man, what if it was just like one slow day, but oh, I hope it doesn't become a pattern, man.
By the end of Wednesday.
I don't know what that impression was.
Let's play it by ear and see how it goes, but I'm hoping for the best, that it will not be a pattern every day. The other reason it's concerning is because this week particularly, outside of like 2 return days, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're all good. But all of a sudden, yesterday and now today, the night streams have been very slow. I'm just not getting much support on the night streams anymore. And it really doesn't matter what I'm playing, whether it's Spider-Man or it's Mario. You know, They're slow. And I can't do much about that. And I'm like, I'm not going to complain about it because as long as the daytime streams are good.
But this is a complaint.
Don't really...
If you've seen the latest TBS from Sunday, we discussed what complaining means, and I looked up the definition, and complaining is simply just bringing up things you are not happy with and you wish they could be better. And that's it. That is literally complaining. So him complaining and then saying he's not complaining doesn't actually negate the complaining. So yeah, you're actually still complaining.
Matter, right? What level of support you get. But now the day stream was slow. It's concerning. Okay.
Okay.
So
the sky is not falling, but it is concerning.
Pattern tonight. I played
He
Mario.
turned down every single suggestion he got.
Yeah, right. But most of them were about making his podcast shorter, right? Remove the Q&A. That was a big pattern. I've seen that. What was it? The other one. Also, a bunch of people just suggesting him to play like certain games. Like, oh, Phil, you should play Persona 5. Yeah, thanks for that.
Wonder what did we do?
I wonder how many people suggested him to go back and finish Divinity Original Sin 2.
World 5, 100% at everything. Headed into World 6. Actually beat a very challenging special world stage for World 5. And then World 6. Continuing on in the Magma world. And we probably got about halfway through World 6. So for what I'm going to understand, you got the second half of World 6. There's another special stage to do.
Oh yeah, was it the members only stream, huh? Well, I heard his answer was that he doesn't want to paywall streams or content. But the problem with this is that when you want to give more benefits to members, you kind of inherently have to paywall certain things. And I know you can try and find a balance, but at the end of the day, if you want to make the members feel special and give them more stuff, they will get things that the normal viewers wouldn't get. And that's just by design. That's just how it works. And like I said, you can try and strike a balance. For example, make work on a video or have a stream that at first is only available for the members and then get released to everybody. You try to minimize the downsides of the whole thing. Just try and like balance it,
A castle in special.
But for him, it's just like either he's doing it or not doing it. We're not discussing how he can do it.
World, and then apparently once you've gotten all the coins in every stage, the true final stage opens.
And now we're just talking about video games. This shit's boring.
And like one super chat. And
oh yeah, wait.
And
then we went back to like bringing up to not complaining. This is not complaining.
More stream for the extra challenging endgame stuff.
I could even call it non-plaining.
So
because it's not complaining, it's not that. So it's non-plaining.
See, but that's what it's looking like right now. Okay. But again, support tonight, not very good. Didn't hit the tier 1 tips goal.
He looks so disappointed.
And, I think we had one member and like and that was the night. And it's like, wow. So this is the midst of the busiest gaming season of the year. I used to call it the hardcore gaming season.
The hardcore begging season. Oh, and he used to call it. It's not that. It's not that anymore because he doesn't make money. Even though there's a shit ton of games that come out. Because I don't usually buy games day one. And in the last 2 months, I've probably bought 3 games day one. I bought Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I know, right? I got Alan Wake and Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
So it is a pretty hot gaming season. And he was saying that it was better for him in the summer compared to now. He was making more money in the summer. That's wild. What time is it over here? It's almost 1 p.m.
Viewers, more attention, more support, and it's actually the opposite. Actually, right now, things are slower than they were during the summertime.
Yeah, get a load of this.
I don't get it. All right? Maybe you're waiting for Call of Duty on Friday. I don't know. We got Like a Dragon Ishin, or Like a Dragon Gaiden coming out. I tell you this.
Oh yeah, that's a really bad timing for that game to come out now.
Series has never really garnished overwhelming amounts of attention or support. All right? The Mario RPG remake coming out, I don't know. It's Mario. If it weren't Mario and it was another game, I'd be like, oh, I'm sure people are excited. But it's Mario. I'm already playing Mario.
This dude sucks so much.
Real level up.
It's like he's fucking chasing his tail this whole time, man.
Of buying.
It's just like an endless loop of just talking about what game's coming out and then is that gonna make money? What a fucking disaster of having to think about that. That shit sucks, man. And I would say this anytime. like working a normal physical, like a 9-to-5 job and being able to come back home and not think about any of this shit is so much better than whatever the fuck he's doing. Because for the lifestyle that he is leading, there is a price to pay, and he is paying it non-stop. Don't be misled. Don't be thinking that he's living this fucking Disney princess lifestyle where he just does whatever he wants, which I guess he does, but there is also a price for that, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's too fucking complicated.
So now, what about the Mario RPG coming out, you know? So I'll be honest with you guys. Yes, I'm concerned right now. I had a bad week because I was sick. I missed out on opportunity that I needed to make some good money right now.
And money. There we go.
On an important marathon because I was so sick. I can't.
You know, the marathon, I give him that. Missing out on the marathon was pretty bad. And of course, if he was as sick as he pretended to be, then there was really nothing he could do. Because he can't stream for like 8 hours pretending like he's having fun. So that marathon, it screwed him big time because it was the last day of the month. And he was really hoping for some people to drop a member bomb. But it also makes me think, why didn't they do it anyways? I guess you can't gift memberships unless the guy is live. And that makes a lot of sense. So that I guess that's why I answered my own question.
Back and you guys were very supportive for 2-3 days. And now it's completely slowed down and dried up. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? So like I said, I hope it's not a pattern. I hope that this is maybe one day that was just a bad experience.
I hope it is a pattern.
Better with Alan Wake. Maybe it's doing Spider-Man. Maybe I'll have a better Spider-Man stream. I don't know. I hope so, though. Again, it is concerning. I'm not.
It's concerning.
One of the funny things that we talked about this morning on the podcast, when in the suggestion box, people were like, well, why don't you do Sub Sunday?
And look at how he fucking mocks them. He mocks the people that bothered. They cared enough about his shitty little fucking stream.
And he's losing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll talk about this in a second. They cared about his shitty little stream enough to go and type out lengthy fucking paragraphs trying to help him so he's not constantly financially destitute, and this is the voice that you get.
Not, you know, one of the funny things that we talked about this morning on the podcast, when in the suggestion box, people were like, well, why don't you do Sub Sunday or Member Monday like Moist Critical?
And now we're talking about Moist Critical. But before that, let me respond to this. The price is the sanity. It's also the price is always the sanity. When you do internet stuff like that, it's always the sanity. You can go look at Angry Joe, who is a pretty reasonably sized channel. He puts out content constantly, but you can see the dude is fucking worn out, dude. He looks fucking scuffed. He looks really chopped and screwed. And his content is pretty much like all right. He just talks about like movies and video games and stuff, but you can see that the sanity is being drained. Because that's the price. And for DSP, the price of sanity is much higher because he doesn't have much to begin with. He doesn't have much sanity. He never really had.
And when I hear,
and especially doing this every single day, and most of the time he looks at his chat and it's just a bunch of people who like actually genuinely hate him and are telling him super toxic shit that gets to him, and he needs to pretend that it doesn't. The shit is pretty tough, you know?
Stuff like that, it makes me laugh so hard. Like Moist Critical, like a guy who literally brings in 50 times the amount of attention in his content, streams, money, everything. 50 times.
Okay.
I'm not Moist Critical.
But wait. Wouldn't that work in DSP's favor, though? Wouldn't this case? Because since DSP has a smaller viewer base, he calls them a curated audience, right? And I think a member stream for a curated audience would be so much better than a member stream for the Moist Critical subs, you know? Because they're like thousands of them, and they don't matter as much because they're not that meaningful.
Small guy, you know, trying to make ends meet, trying to put out good content for the audience that likes the style of content I do. Everyone was happy with the content over the summer. Everyone was happy in September. Somehow in October, it seemed to slow down a bit. Then I get sick, and now it's like, what is going on? You know? So I hope things will turn around. I do. I hope that tomorrow, when we play Alan Wake 2 again, and now we're playing with Saga, and we continue on with this Valhalla Rest Home quest line, and we're getting into the end game. I hope that maybe...
Hey, no spoilers.
But
there was a nice little bag while looking at the demon, the corner demon.
Tomorrow, when we play Alan Wake 2 again, and now we're playing with Saga, and we continue on with this Valhalla Rest Home quest line, and we're getting into the end game. I hope that maybe people will show up and support a little bit more. I hope that tomorrow night with Spider-Man, as we're getting into interesting plot now with the symbiote suit with Peter and everything, I'm hoping that it'll pick up. I don't know if it will, nor can I really affect it, right? Again, we're going to do suggestions in the morning. Maybe, I guess some good suggestions, things for improvement. I don't know. But
What up, Meerkat?
Hey, what's
Him
up, dude?
rejecting every single suggestion yesterday was hilarious. The suggestion box was fake just like everything else he does. LMAO.
You know, we can actually do that next because this shit is finished. Let's see the suggestion box nonsense. But I'm gonna jump right to that. I'm not gonna be watching the whole podcast because this shit is like 1 hour and almost 40 minutes. This is sadistic. It's actually sadistic. And there's a dude on Twitter that does the breakdowns on the pre-stream. I think I can find him. I know it was some like relatively simple name. It was like GoutGout or something. What was it? Oh yeah, that's it. Literally GoutGout. I remember it was something like that, and then I just googled. I look up GoutGout and I found him. Okay, so I think he did one for yesterday. There you go. Top 5 Q&A wasting time podcast times. Oh no, that's other stats. But you can go on Twitter under the handle at DSPGoutGout and find out. Type GoutGout and find out. We got, hold on, podcast audit 6th 11th. Was that yesterday? Yes. So we got 27 minutes to set up, meaning the time I guess that he's late. And then you know, the music and slideshow, all that bullshit. 27 minutes. Sweet. Lit. Everybody loves it. Then we got 8 minutes intro / nasal drip. So it's just like, hello everybody, today is like the 7th of November 2023. I have Dark Side Phil.
I love how he spent 26 minutes giving reasons why he cannot take a day off even if you paid him $200, then decides to not only take 3 days off for free but also skip the Halloween event completely. Make it make sense.
But you know, the thing is, I can understand him. If he was like really sick, maybe he had COVID or whatever, I understand him taking time off. It's totally normal for like a streamer or whatever, anywhere you work. If you can't show up, you can't do it. So I get it. But the whole thing with talking about how he can't take a day off, it's really fucking weird. It's almost like he was looking for excuses why he can't take a day off. And the whole thing is, in my opinion at least, I think 2 days off are going to be perfect for him because people get to start missing you. You see what happened when he was gone for a couple of days? People started like thinking in theorizing stuff. Where is he? What happened to him? What does he have? And they started getting genuinely excited for him coming back. And by genuinely excited, I mean like they're looking forward to the drama stuff. And when he came back, before he came back, he released the health update video that was pretty hot. It got like, what, 7,000 views, I think, which is more than most of whatever he's published in the last year has got. And then he came back and it was like a big triumphant return. Now let's continue through the podcast audit. You guys love it. So after the 8 minutes of telling you he has nasal drip and it sucks and telling you what the weather is, we have a daily wrap recap. That is only 7 minutes, which I'm really surprised because those usually feel like they're at least 15 minutes. Because he gets to talk about what he did yesterday and where he is specifically in certain games. Shit fucking sucks. Then we got 7 minutes schedule, which, again, they usually feel much, much longer. Then we got 11 minutes, which is, I guess, the most so far that we've had is just begging and shoutouts. So, you know, you got the whole spiel of, I'm a chill and interactive streamer. I'm a fucking meaningful content curator, blah, blah, blah. You know this. And then we get shoutouts. And then we got a literal half an hour in human time. That's like minutes. Literal half an hour of Q&A / wasting time. Or whatever that wasting time might be. At least Q&A for half an hour every day. Shit sucks. And you might notice the day before on the 5th. Also, 27 minutes Q&A. The day before on the 4th, 29 minutes Q&A. or excuse me, 16 minutes Q&A, which is not that bad. But he had a half an hour DSP news. Half an hour. This is like more than actual news. More. God damn it. Oh, this guy sucks so much. Again, if you wanna stay in touch with the recaps on Twitter at DSPGoutGout. The only place to get your breakdown of the snort. Bleh. So I guess this is here in the end, right? The last half an hour, perhaps? Let's start from here.
Level making money playing these games. What benefit would that have done for me?
Imagine being a genuine Phil fan and going to his gaming channel just to be hit by all this money guilt tripping. Big ups, Meerkat.
But, I guess I got a question for you. If you are a genuine Phil fan, wouldn't you be used to the money guilt tripping? It wouldn't probably bother you at this point, because you've been a fan for, let's say, at least a year, and you've definitely seen him beg plenty of time, and you're still a DSP genuine fan? I guess you gotta be used to it. I guess you don't mind it.
Right?
I guess so.
I mean, like, this is what people just don't understand.
Oh, I think I started from the right place, because he's about to be condescending, and he just stopped talking about money.
Excuse me.
Let's see what we
When it
don't
comes to
understand.
Competitive fighting games. The incredible
Oh, no, we're talking about fighting games. I'm skipping the shit. But let's see what he's actually talking about first.
amount of time, skill, effort, dedication, money. This is an investment. It's all an investment to do it. And I've been there, done that. I've invested all that time, effort, money, skill, all that into it at one point in my life when I was in my 20s. And after the end of doing that for many, many years, I determined even then that was too much of a waste of all my life putting into Street Fighter. I didn't see the benefit, right? Even if today I were...
The benefit means making money off of it. That's the benefit. Because nowadays, think of people that are really good at Street Fighter. What do they do? What would the roadmap usually would be if you want to be like a pro Street Fighter player? So you start off playing it at home or, arcade. I don't know where people play games, but you play it on a casual basis. Then you start getting good. Once you get to a certain level of where you're impressive, you put on a stream or something, or like a video showing off. Then you start growing that presence. You get sponsored. Therefore, you get the point. You get the point. You get somebody enabling you to keep succeeding while you get to make money off of it. And then you become a professional, where you get to transcend your hobby into a job, which is where he failed. Because when he was going to tournaments, he was racking like credit card debt like crazy. He never really got fucking paid or won a prize that would make it all worth it. He's just been fucking spending credit card money. But he got it completely backwards. He tried to like brute force himself into being a pro and then failed.
By an esports team to travel the world and all that, I still don't think it would be worth it. I still feel like
it totally would be.
There's not enough of a benefit, right? It's too much of a sacrifice. It means I wouldn't be able to spend time with my family.
Come on, dude.
To put out the kind of content.
Like this fucking dude, and this is what like really makes my ass cheeks pissed off about it. It's like he talks so much about family, but then he gets sick and he writes a fucking email to his dad that he doesn't care about. He doesn't give a fuck about his parents, but he can't keep that family out of his mouth. It's always in his mouth, the fucking family. But when it comes to its parents, they could die any day. According to him, his mom could die any fucking day now, and he's perfectly fine with it. He doesn't fucking call. He doesn't care. He doesn't help out. He lives like 5,000 miles away from him anyways.
That I like for you guys, the variety of content. What's the point?
What a family man.
Oh, go to locals and try to get good. And why? I don't even understand it. The gimmick would last one tournament. Phil went to one tournament and he either did good or he didn't, or whatever.
And somebody beat his ass. That's what would happen. I'm sure somebody would be up for it. If DSP decided to actually go to a tournament, there's no doubt in my mind, at least one person is gonna fuck with him. I'm not saying like assault him or put him in a hospital, but they're gonna fuck with him in some way.
Cares.
And it's gonna be on camera. That's also for sure. So he could have just said he doesn't want to do it, which would have been perfectly valid because he doesn't have to want to do it. There you go.
So I don't get it. Like,
But no.
what are we even talking
Instead, we get just excuses instead of reasons. Just say you don't want to do it. That's fine.
about? Okay. Okay. Anyway, that's a lot of suggestions we've gone through.
Oh wait, he's already gone through a lot. Hold on, I'm behind.
The fact that in the last 1 to 2 years, the vast majority of games that I've been playing can be played at 60 frames per second.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Let's let's find out where this actually starts. Suggestion box. Right. Oh no, this is way too early. Think we start here? No, I don't think so. Oh, it starts early on. That's why this fucking asshole. All this shit is all over the place, man. This shit sucks. Let's just play it from here somewhere. I think it's here.
And I was like, well,
oh, there was also the controversy about his appearance at Magfest when he talked about how many people were in the crowd, and then people showed a video of like literally 50 people being there.
It's 6 a.m. for me. Is Sundar already scamming people's hard-earned money today? My take is that Sundar is one man and has been using scam money to support Phil.
Look, bro, scamming is a full-time occupation. There's no off time for scamming. There's no business hours for scamming. You scam 24/7. You scam for life. There's no taking breaks. Only losers take breaks away from scamming. That's why this guy is not here right now, because he took a break for scamming. Look at this. This is just an empty chair.
merchandise completely for free. We'll front all the production cost of everything for you.
What is he talking about? Is this merch? Oh man, I hate being lost in the sauce like this. I want to find out where this segment begins, or else I'll have to watch the whole thing. Specialty events, because it's almost like he always talks about the same thing.
So again, I gotta wonder, like, well, how would this work? Right? I don't get it. If someone could explain to me the premise of how the event works and why you think it would work.
Oh, okay. Let's try this.
Show. The suggestion box is full of stuff. We can use this all month. Like, we can do this all the time on the podcast this month. Okay. Okay.
Okay. This is the segment. This is where it starts. Confirmed. All right. Let's dive right into the quality suggestions.
Submissions here. I remember during your playthrough of Final Fantasy VII.
First of all, no. Don't go through the order of submissions. Go through the most liked ones, because the more people like a post, that means your community is trying to bring that to your attention, you know?
Last year, you said there's a possibility we give Final Fantasy VIII another chance. I love your Final Fantasy playthroughs. I hope you'll do that eventually.
Okay, this is just a no. I mean, and he doesn't even need to go into like a 5-minute explanation of why, even though he probably will.
Also play Final Fantasy.
Just say no. He doesn't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's no response there.
About it.
Yeah. One day I'd like to play 8. One day I'd like to play 12. When time permits.
So there you go. That's basically a no, but he says maybe yes someday. Therefore,
now that you have a mini gaming PC, I hope we'll have PC exclusives in rotation. For example, there's a 90s point-and-click adventure game that was called Toonstruck. It starred Christopher Lloyd as a cartoonist trapped in the world of his art, kind of like Comic Zone on Genesis. Tim Curry voices the animated villain of the story.
Okay, thanks for the suggestion, dog, but think about who is gonna hit the tips goal if he plays the 90s point-and-click adventure game Toonstruck featuring Christopher Lloyd. Who the fuck's gonna pay for it? So that's a no.
Okay, the game sounds familiar, but I've certainly never played it. And again, yeah, I would consider it.
Yeah,
I do have a mini PC. It seemed to work well when I played Chrono Trigger, although we didn't get to use it for the Halloween marathon and test it to see if that Phasmophobia, how it would run on there.
Oh yeah, by the way, when is Phasmophobia coming on consoles? I want to play it with some other guys you guys know, and it might be fun. It might even be content. Who knows? It's gonna be very fun.
Kind of sucks because that was gonna be like a good opportunity to actually test it and see, and we didn't get a chance to do anything, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, in the future I would consider it. I guess. Again, these game suggestions, I get it. Okay, here's a game suggestion. Okay, sure, I guess. Like, I don't know how to respond to it. Obviously, we can't do it now.
But why is he bringing them up then? Why didn't he say just generally, before we begin with the suggestion segment, the game suggestions are not going to be included. Okay, so we can just get through that bullshit, and we can get to suggestions about the real business. You know,
it's going to be based on requests in the future when we actually have downtime, and now is not the time for that. So I can't really say, yeah, let's play it right now. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's think about this. What kind of a suggestion you can make for Phil? And I'm not talking specifics. Let's think about it more abstract. You can think about the format of his streams, right? Which segment goes where and how long is going to be and this and this and this. You can think about the visual aspect, which is like layouts, background, maybe even the shirts he gets to wear because, I mean, it's fucking Dark Side Phil. Of course, that's an element. We talk about technical aspects. We talk technically like the resolution he's going to stream, you know, fucking frame rate, etc. We can talk about the games, seeing how that's... we don't talk about that in this specific video. Or we can talk about his behavior, so how he acts, about the snorting, about the clearing your throat and how that's obnoxious, about like bringing up the donations and stuff. So there's a lot of different aspects you can give him a suggestion, and I think every single aspect that I mentioned could be overhauled, or not just could be, but should be, because his format is fucked up. His stream looks like dog shit. His backgrounds and everything else looks terrible, especially, hold on, take a look at that, when he gets his head out of the way. That thing, blame it on the lag behind him, it looks terrible. This, like, I don't think children in preschool would want a poster like this, because this shit is corny. This was corny like 10 years ago. And the rest of his background is terrible, too, with those, like, tablecloths that make no sense and look really bad. Then what else? Of course, his behavior can be overhauled because he fucking is Dark Side Phil, obviously. In technical aspects, personally, I don't give a fuck if he streams in like 1080, 60, or 4K. He got a super high bitrate and it's going to make it shit choppy because he's not going to be able to actually utilize it.
I'll have open button-up shirt with Vaseline on your chest for $125. I do that all the time already. Play Baldur's Gate 3 when you're done with Starfield. I've already had 5 zillion people this year say that I should play Baldur's Gate 3. Listen, my apprehensions with Baldur's Gate 3 remain exactly the same as...
Let me guess, it's too long, and people don't give money for games like that.
The first day when someone said I should...
Because Divinity Original Sin happened.
Play it. We already played Divinity Original Sin 2, and it didn't work, alright? And it's the same style of game. It's not identical, but it's the same style of game. It's a RPG with insane amounts of narrative, slow-paced, right? The combat is slow-paced. You know, and as much as you guys feel like an immersive RPG would make a great playthrough, alright, I look at it and I'm like, you can tell this is the kind of game made for a very dedicated gamer who's going to sit around playing that game nearly non-stop for a month on end, immersing themselves in the world. This game, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, this gets to skip, because I want to get to questions about not video games, because I'm just so tired of him talking about fucking video games. I wish he was a different type of a streamer, not just video games.
A variety streamer.
Oh, a variety streamer.
Everyone expects you. I cannot play every good game. It's not possible. There's too many games. There's too many formats. There's too many ways. The gist of it here, right? So, you know, BITW awesome. I'm just going to time you out, and if you continue to
Romance Cat Guy gets the lean.
Nonsense. I'm just going to make sure that
what
you
did he
don't
say?
chat ever again, because I really had it.
What did he say? He doesn't have it with his nonsense when the guy literally says Romance Catherine on every single fucking stream. Always. Romance Cat. Wow. That's that guy.
Saying dumb shit here.
He said dumb shit here.
Okay.
That we don't get to hear.
Anyway. So
we get to hear DSP shitting on him and talking down on him, but we didn't hear what the guy actually said. So that's a good job representing the conflict, DSP.
Yeah, like I can't play every game, and the thing with Baldur's Gate 3, as everyone knows, it's an insanely time-consuming.
Yes. Really? Now we're back to this.
They stopped supporting. They're tired with the game, but here I am. I played 20 hours into an 80-hour game, and people and that will
watch you. There you go.
It. Well, where's everyone? People are already done with this game, you know, and it's not representative of the game. It's the style of game, the kind of content that I do. It's hard. It's hard to even maintain people for over 10 hours in a game these days. It really is. And here I am in the midst of Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Mario Wonder, and yeah, The attendance, the engagement has fallen off for these playthroughs. Why? Because these games are also damn long these days. Games back in the day when I started on YouTube 10, 15 years ago, on average were 10, 15 hours long tops. Tops! Now most games are 20, 30, 40 hours long. That's very hard to get an audience to engage that long. And now you're expecting me to play an 80-plus hour RPG while I'm juggling other projects as well, because I don't just play one game.
He's juggling. I love it when he brings up juggling stuff, because it makes it seem like he's a clown. And what's funny is that he is.
You have to understand where I'm coming from.
I don't.
You have to.
I don't. I actually don't have to. I can just go watch a different gaming streamer that plays Baldur's Gate. I actually don't have to do anything. And this is where he's fundamentally wrong in his approach. The people watching him don't ever have to do anything. They're there purely for entertainment purposes. Not to support, not to do anything, not to do any kind of work, not to do any kind of research. They're there to enjoy, which means they don't have to do anything. You have to do everything for them, and not them for you.
Okay? I'm not saying I'm never playing Baldur's Gate 3.
He's never playing it, by the way.
Don't know.
He's gonna wait until it stops being relevant, and then he's gonna say nobody cares about it, and there's no point in playing it because nobody cares about it, and he's never gonna play it. That's just how it's gonna work, and that's perfectly fine. Just say you're not playing it. But now he's giving you like some random empty hope. And he might play like 10 years from now. It's never gonna happen.
On Earth, I would play Baldur's Gate 3.
Even if it's on Game Pass, it's not gonna happen.
With how long it is and the kind of content I put out, we've tried this with other games. It doesn't work. So if you have a track record and you've seen in history that this kind of stuff doesn't work, then why would you keep trying?
Because they want to see the game, dude. They just want to see you play the game. That's as simple as that.
Right? I get it. A lot of you like Baldur's Gate 3, and you like seeing me play the best games of the year.
Yeah, there we go.
Gotcha. But it doesn't fit my format.
Well, tough shit. They're going to go watch somebody else, and I guess you got to deal with it. Because you're the only guy who has stakes in this.
So how could I play it, and why would I bother? Why would I waste everyone's time, including mine? You know?
Yeah, well, he is the only guy who's going to get hurt by this eventually, by people leaving his channel going to watch somebody else.
So there's no way that I could do it right now anyway. But, you know, maybe long term, but I just don't see it happening, being honest. It's not a casualized RPG by any means.
Casualized RPG. Isn't it casualized if you play it on the lowest difficulty, on just the storytelling difficulty, and you just get to basically stomp everybody in combat?
So there you go. All right, continuing on. Have you ever thought of doing something akin to a sub Saturday like other streamers where you basically play inexpensive indie stream games that your members pick and you switch games every 30 minutes to an hour to a new game?
That's a very good suggestion. Like, unironically good suggestion. And it's from somebody else's content, obviously, because they saw somebody else do it, and it's a good suggestion. So why not do it, Phil?
I apologize if this has been asked before.
And he's reading this as fast as possible to make it seem like the guy's message is just obnoxiously long and stretched out, and he's reading it this long to show you how annoyed he is to read it.
I apologize if you've done it and tried this before, it didn't stick. I'm unaware since I'm kind of new here, and I love and enjoy all of your content that I do. And again, I'm sorry if I'm ignorant.
And literally, the dude apologizes twice in the message. He apologizes twice. Hey, Phil, I'm sorry if you did this before it didn't work, man, but I'm new here, and I'm loving the fucking content. Again, I'm sorry if I'm ignorant, and you tried this, and I don't know. And he just fucking speed reads over it. That's just a speed run. Yeah, thanks very much for the suggestion, bitch ass.
Much love to you and your family. I don't really understand. I don't really understand the concept of this.
Yeah, maybe you should have read it a little bit slower so your gin brain mind can comprehend it. Maybe? I don't know.
All right. So if you guys can explain it to me in the chat. I have the chat right here in front of me.
Dude, no fucking way. How did he not get this? This gotta be fake. This gotta be fake. Because it's like the most fucking obvious thing ever. Your members pick a bunch of games, and you switch games every half an hour. And you play the games that the members picked. And it feels like a special day because you're doing something different. And also you're giving stuff to your members to be excited about or looking forward to.
What is this whole sub Saturday, sub Sunday?
He just explained it.
What is the premise of this?
He just explained it.
To me, when I hear that, sub Saturday, sub Sunday, it sounds like, so we're doing a special stream where we're trying to get people to subscribe to the channel.
Oh, you fucking greed goblin. You fucking... Oh,
Say
man.
sub, you're probably talking Twitch. You're probably talking getting people to become a paid subscriber.
No. Literally, no. Literally, no.
So maybe for me...
I figured it out, dude. He doesn't understand it because he doesn't benefit from this. So it's like, wait. How am I gonna benefit from this? I don't understand how this works. Is this supposed to be about like how I'm gonna make money? No, Phil, this is about how you can give benefits to your members. Oh, no.
It would be like Member Mondays or something like that, right?
Okay.
But I just don't understand the premise of it. Like this person is saying, the premise is you or your members pick inexpensive indie Steam games and you switch games every 30 minutes.
Okay.
Like, huh?
What do you not understand, Phil?
So I'm being told this would be a stream.
Oh, he's such a stupid bitch. To the point where he's so stupid, you start questioning that he's faking it. He's so fucking incomprehensibly dumb. You start thinking that he's trying to play dumb on purpose just so he can say no.
Macmillan match tonight?
I don't know. Who are they playing? Is it Champions League? I think it is. Yeah, because it's like a Tuesday. Oh, they're playing PSG, dude. I might actually watch it. Yeah. Very nice.
Available to paid subscribers. So it would be members only stream.
Big ups.
Here, Member Monday only stream.
No.
On YouTube.
No, it's not. Nobody said it's a members only stream. The members nominate the games.
Okay.
Oh my god, man. This segment is much worse than I thought.
So again, I gotta wonder, like, how would this work?
Like, actually annoys me.
Right?
How would this work? How would it not work?
If someone could explain to me the premise of how the event works and why you think it would work.
Dipshit, it works the same as your React shit. You put up a poll, or you put up a thread, and people post up their games, and the ones with the most likes get played. And that's it. That's literally it. And you play them for half an hour, you stop playing them, you beg for money, and you play them some more, and then that's it.
I would consider it. But it sounds to me like all you're saying is set up a stream that's members only.
No!
Okay. What's the benefit?
Dude, no way, man.
Talking all that bullshit. Fuck all you hoe.
God damn it, man. This dude is so fucking dumb. He's faking it. There's no way he's real.
Right?
There's no way. This cannot be how he comprehends things.
And the other thing you're saying is have members pick or you pick a bunch of indie games and you play them for 30 minutes at a pop. So what you want me to do is buy like 5-6 games and put...
Do you not have Game Pass?
For 3 hours every 30 minutes I play a different indie game.
No. And of course, he's like pretending to be stupid so he can call other people stupid. That's an ultra DSP level thing. What a dumb bitch.
Okay, what's the benefit of that? I'm at a loss.
The benefit is that you get to play a lot of games that people that really like you enough to be your members nominate. And by doing this, not only do you please your members and you give them more benefits and more reasons to be members, but you also have the chance to stumble upon a game that you can start playing full time, include in the rotation, because, you know, there might be some game that everybody likes and it goes over, you know? That's great.
You know, I'm kind of like scratching my head.
And there's also, like, Game Pass is full of games. He's got the highest level of Game Pass possible. So he can play everything and with no restrictions. And there you go. It doesn't matter.
I don't get it. Wouldn't it encourage memberships? Would it? Would it encourage memberships because Phil's playing 6 random indie games he's never going to touch ever again on a stream today?
Oh my god, no.
Would that make
nothing? Nothing would make me become a member. The only thing would make me become a member if I got a loaded gun and the only way of aiming it and pulling the trigger in his direction was if I was a member. Imagine that scenario. I know it's a unrealistic scenario. That's the only world in which I would become a member. It's obviously not a real gun.
That's what I say.
It's a water gun. It's a Nerf gun.
I don't understand that. You know me. I don't do subscriber or member
Erling
only.
Haaland was paid for by Sundar scam money.
Yeah, little do you know, Sundar actually funds the entire Saudi league. He funds everything. He's the sponsor to the Saudi Emirates. There you go.
They don't exist. I don't do that. Everything I do has always been public and open. I've never had a paywall style.
This is not going to be paywalled.
So I don't know what the benefit would be.
Okay. Next one. Okay, let's go to the next one.
It works for other streamers, but it wouldn't work for Phil. Why not?
Because you're Phil. Because you're dark side Phil. Oh, man. Why not? How am I different? Well, because you're a piece of shit. That's why. This whole segment, the last 5 minutes, explained exactly why. Because you're dumb as fuck. And you only think about the ways that you can maximize profit. Minimize the amount of work you got to do. And you don't give a rat's ass about what everybody else who supports you is going to get. So that's why it doesn't fucking work, dipshit.
Well, first of all, why does this work for other streamers? And why wouldn't it work for me?
First of all, they understand the concept. That's first of all. And once you don't even understand the concept, you kind of finished, you know? You deny yourself the ability of this working.
People will just leave if you paywall it.
No, it's not. Nothing's gonna be paywalled. Nothing. It's gonna be as much as the reacts are currently paywalled. It's gonna be the same shit. You just suggest games that he plays. This is already a thing he does, and it is paywalled.
Moist Critical does a bad games night once a week where he tries to find and play
God.
the worst games possible. Okay.
Well, I don't play bad games.
Ellipsian says it's basically a stream.
Also, by the way, since he came back from his sickness, the hairline has been completely fucked up. Oh, and something I wanted to point out. Thank God I remember this, because, like, man, what the fuck? Hold on, let me just copy the thing. And I want to have, like, a little bit of a contemplative analysis segment, because this shit is, like, fucking tragic. Chat, please tell me, what the fuck is going on here? What is this fade? What is this haircut? Why is it fucking also choppy and weirdly transparent at places, but not at other places? Who did this haircut? How much were they paid? Why are they not in prison? Look at this shitty ass fucking haircut. God damn it, dude. God damn it. There's not much I can say, but just telling you how terrible it is. Oh.
Fuck all you hoes!
It's just like, I get it. In the bottom, it's kind of well evened out, you know? You can see it cut off pretty well. But then you go higher and there's a weird kind of a fade, but not really a fade because it's not consistent. Sometimes it fades, sometimes it doesn't. It's like she was trying to fade him, but he kept rocking in the chair. And I think that might have been what actually fucking happened. I know it seems goofy as fuck, but I think it might be somewhat possible that she's just trying to get his fade in and the dude is like rocking back and forth and she's like trying to hold his head steady. Because, I mean, look at it. Look at it. Nothing else makes sense. Nothing else is logical. Because it's like sometimes you got a haircut that actually looks like a professional made it. And then sometimes you got a haircut that looks like Jade made it. So it's really hard to tell what was actually happening, man. I wish I was a fly in the wall in that hairdresser shop. Curls and Twirls, the legends.
Members will dictate the content for the day. It doesn't have to be many games. It could be one game, even continuing a playthrough. Okay, before we go further, I would just like to say something. Right?
Let's see what he's gonna say.
Say something before we continue, because I am gonna consider the suggestion. All right, I am not a big streamer, and people have to stop having that mentality in their heads that Darkside Phil is a big streamer. At most, I get a few hundred viewers a stream. At most.
All right, but was every big streamer born a big streamer? Didn't they become big streamers by doing things? And when you see that some big streamer is doing some kind of a gimmick and they're being successful, wouldn't that make you think that that gimmick might be successful if you use it? That strategy might be viable for you?
I get a few hundred viewers a video.
Okay.
At most, I'll get more than that, like 1,000 a video, right? Maybe a couple thousand if it's a big playthrough. It's the first few parts. Okay. The reason, the concept you're describing, all right, is something that would work for someone who's huge. People are clamoring for their attention. They absolutely would love to see that streamer play something that they want. See, to have Moist Critical, Maximilian Dude, or
Maximilian Dude.
these big streamers and content creators play a game that you want is like, oh my god, I've always wanted that. It's like one of my big desires, life-changing thing to see this person play a game that I suggested on a stream.
What? Does he really think that people worship him like that? It's like you have a shrine to Moist Critical and he plays the game you like and you like lose your fucking mind. It's like the best day of your life. I think this is highly over-exaggerated. Of course, there might be some people like that because they're simps like that, but overall, it's just people being excited to see a game that they just like being played by somebody that they fucking like.
That doesn't happen with me. I'm a small guy. I'm a small-time guy. All right? We don't get thousands of people showing up to my streams that are going to become members overnight because I did a members-only stream.
No, but maybe one will. Maybe two of them will. Maybe the more you do those streams, you're going to see a steady rise. I don't know why he's expecting somebody to tell him some suggestion that is universally and absolutely positive, and he's going to implement it and instantly skyrocket in popularity. Because improvement, when it comes to a business like this, improvement is gradual, and it happens on a daily basis. Sometimes you're going to tweak your audio a little bit, sometimes you're going to tweak your layout a little bit, and then like 2 years after that, you're going to look back and you're going to see what kind of stuff you used to do back then and take notes. It's a process, man. He's expecting a solution. That's all he's expecting. Is somebody tell him how he can fix his business, feed his wife, pet his son, and spend money on gacha games, and do all that with as less effort imaginable.
What'll happen is I'll get low attendance on that stream,
and then it's gonna get low views.
To show up to a random stream. Okay, for them, oh my god, the day that Moist Critical graced us and played this indie game. Right? The indie game gets exposure. The indie game gets a bunch of attention. People might buy the indie game because Moist Critical played it.
Is it a good game? Is it fun to watch? Is it fun to play? No, Moist Critical played it. Therefore, I love it.
That doesn't happen with Darkside Phil. Darkside Phil is a small-time guy.
Okay.
No one cares if Darkside Phil plays an indie game. No one.
Everybody is a small-time guy in the beginning. I've had streams where I've watched fucking Onision in front of 0 people. I don't even know what I was thinking.
No, the game developer won't. I won't. You won't.
Everybody is a small guy at some point.
Different. I'm not some independent celebrity like these streamers. The people ridiculously unfairly compare me to people who are 10, 20, 50 times bigger than me. And then they don't get, well, I don't get it. It works for them. Why doesn't it work for you?
I think he unreasonably requires a similar amount of money that those people would. And of course, I'm talking about like Moist Critical makes probably like 100 times the amount DSP does. But DSP as a small, tiny, teeny, little, whiny guy gets $100,000 a year. I think that sets up a certain kind of expectations and requirements for him to actually be able to consistently do that, right? Because 100K isn't a small fucking amount.
Because I'm not them. I'm a
He's not
small
them.
Little guy.
But when it comes to like actually bringing up those points and why he thinks he should be paid like a big guy, that's unfair too.
The fact that you act like I'm some big guy.
Basically, he wants you to have the expectations that a streamer with like 10 viewers would have, where you can say whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, and it's fine because you got 10 people watching. But he wants to be paid like a big dude.
Right? Bringing in insane amounts of money and attention and everything that I do is ridiculous.
I think demanding or expecting.
Looks like we won't have to slap him. Reality is.
Oh, reality is slowly. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. Because he's never gonna see reality. You know, reality is gonna set in without him even acknowledging it's there.
I don't think
it's gonna be a big gradual process, dude.
You know, is going to ever
Big
work.
Snow Yosef. Whoa, what the fuck?
Money and attention and everything that I do is ridiculous. I don't think that a members only stream, you know, is going to ever work, honestly. Excuse me.
No. You're not excused. I don't give a fuck if you got sick. I don't care if you got fucking COVID or AIDS or fucking ass cancer. I don't give a fuck. This shit, not okay. Miss me with this. press the mute button. I know you have a mute button. Press it.
That's always something that I've stayed away from all these years. I told you guys I don't like paywalling my content. I wanted
You're
that.
not going to be paywalling your content, though.
At all times. Now, if you go the extra mile and you support, maybe you'll have the ability to direct some of the content. Maybe you'll be suggesting advertisements for the Adpocalypse, right? Or games for a marathon or things like that. Shows for me to review and stuff like that. That's great. But that's different than saying, oh, only a certain group of people can even watch said content.
No, but not... Dude. Okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna talk about this anymore. Let's skip the whole membership type of thing, because I think I talked about all of it, and he just doesn't get it. And obviously, I can't explain it to him because I'm not actually talking to him.
That is the point I'm making here. All right. You're talking someone who gets 300 views. If I did a members only stream, all I would get is criticism that it's for greed. But these big guys do it literally all the time to bring in memberships, and they don't get criticized. That's okay.
And this whole segment gets even more funnier if you're like just kind of randomly listening to it. If you don't realize that this entire rant is based on him completely misunderstanding something that he speed read through. He read that shit, that whole like 10 paragraphs, he read it in 10 seconds and then didn't understand jack shit. And now he's just ranting about other people and how he's mistreated.
Right? That's okay for them to do.
What a fucking stupid bitch. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck all you hoes! Talking all that bullshit!
They could paywall their content all day. That's perfectly fine.
Yes,
Nothing wrong with that.
Because they're better than you, dude. And their dicks are better and they're bigger. And they can actually get hard. There you go.
Darkside Phil does it. He's the devil.
And the only thing better about DSP is his tits.
Right? So there you go.
If you think that's better, then there you go.
So, yeah.
He's got the upper hand. Or the upper breast? I don't know.
That I can't do the things that other people do.
No.
But I do feel like it is completely and utterly unfair that people do stuff like this to me. And they try to say, oh, you see,
yes.
Phil just doesn't want to do what other people do. He doesn't want to improve. He doesn't want... No. It's because I can't.
He can't.
Small time guy.
He's small.
Just because...
He's like this big. He's super tiny, actually. Actually, this whole stream we're watching right now is not even like real size. This is all miniatures. He's about as big as, I don't know.
I get insane amounts of harassment on the internet. And
like a Hogan action figure. That's how big he is in reality.
All these nut jobs are obsessed with me. And because of that, a lot of people know who I am.
Do you think you have watched enough Phil that you could pick him out in a blind snort test? I truly believe I could.
A blind snort test. Now that's a good one. But I haven't heard many people snort. Whenever I have, they sound much differently. So I would say yes. I would say yes. I would like to try it though. We can actually do like a blindfolded thing. If somebody sends me like a list of a bunch of people that snort, I can put in a compilation. We can actually test it out.
Does not mean,
and you guys can also participate.
That I get a positive result of that. I don't get 10,000 views on every stream I do.
Yeah, big ups Scumbag Josh for the membership, dude.
A lot of money. It doesn't work. Okay, so that's why I can't do that kind of stuff. I didn't even understand the concept because to me, for someone of my stature and my size, what you described didn't even make sense. You understand? Like, that's not even a consideration of something that I would consider doing because it would be shooting myself in the foot. It would basically be isolating a ton of my audience who aren't members who can't watch my content.
We're not.
And playing.
Yep, this is getting skipped, man. Fuck that.
Finance all the merch up front.
Oh yeah, now we're talking about merch. Let's talk merch.
6 or 10 games for cents.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay.
Oh no, not okay.
Moving on.
Let's talk merch.
Find a nice local shop to make merch. Sell it on Etsy or eBay.
Never happening. You think he's gonna go outside to a physical shop, give them designs on a physical USB, or I don't know, send them on email, have them physically printed?
I take it back saying he is smart. He is just delusional and he can only see he is right. I hate his arrogance so much it's beyond the scale.
When have you even said that he's smart, and why haven't you got banned from this? How can you say Phil is smart, dude? But yeah, man, the delusion is fucking great. I love seeing it. I love that he's never going to be able to see through it or realize what actual reality everybody else is living in is. So yeah, we get to enjoy the show.
It'd be profitable for
And you goddamn know that one day there's gonna be a breakdown. One day we're gonna reach the breaking point. Because everybody has one, especially somebody like this, who look at how tightly strung he is. The dude is like, he is one chat message that fucking rubs him the wrong way away from like doing a fucking backflip and breaking his whole office apart.
you and help a small company. That's not how it works.
Yeah, it's not how it works. It's never gonna happen.
That I would have to finance all the merch up front.
Okay.
I would have to have investment capital.
Talking all that bullshit.
Bro, he bust out the business school books, man. Talking about investment capital. Go fuck yourself, you dumb piece of shit. He's talking about making shitty ass t-shirts with his stupid fucking face on them. And talking about investment capital like he's on Wall Street or some shit. What a fucking dumb piece of shit.
Fuck all you hoes!
To invest into merch. To produce the merch.
Yes?
Small business. The small business is not going to make merch out of the kindness of his own heart.
Okay.
In the hopes that it will sell online.
Why doesn't he print them on demand? When you get an order, you get exactly how many t-shirts and which designs you want. You just go and you print the ones that you need in the amount that you need. And people have already paid for that, right? When they make the order, they pay. So what is the problem again? Oh, it's that he probably has to go to that local business physically and bother with that. And we can't do that because he's too busy running a super small business where he's always the small, tiny guy.
All right.
But also it's super important. That's the DSP paradox. Is he super important and super meaningful and amazing? Or is he just a small guy that doesn't matter?
There's two business models.
And depending on the narrative he wants to push, he is both at the same time, always.
Merch, all right? And I feel like I should explain these because I think a lot of people do have confusion over the way that merch goes. Hold on one second because I gotta blow my nose again and then I'll explain.
There is no confusion. Okay. I think you're having confusion. Dude, why is there a stain on his shirt? I thought this was a shadow this whole time, but there is a stain
in the hope
on his dumbass little
Hold
shirt.
on one second because I gotta blow my nose again and then I'll explain. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, look at this. It's like he has a little emblem or a medal. But now he discovered that he can actually mute the mic when he does disgusting stuff, which is somewhat an improvement. I guess somebody left him a suggestion for that. Oh, it might also be a logo, but it looks like a stain.
They incur all new funds.
Oh, hold on.
And I gotta put up with it.
Yeah, it is disgusting.
There's two different ways when it comes to merchandise and content creation like I do. Either you find a third-party business that is an on-demand business.
I hate the fucking confidence that he has right now talking about this.
Okay? What that means is they incur all the production costs whatsoever. It's an on-demand basis. You upload designs.
No, you don't. No, you don't, bruh. No, you don't. They get paid from money that is included in the final price. That's why when we set up the That Being Said shop, we put everything on the base price. So just like production costs, that's it. We're quite literally making nothing from that, which is fucking fine. Nobody cares about that. None of us cares about that. But it's really cool every once in a while we see, for example, there was this dude who went to like a weightlifting competition with a TBS shirt. And he fucking did a personal record. That guy's fucking based. Let me see if I can find him. Guy's the GOAT.
Logo. I would upload a saying. I would upload a design. And people would then be able to apply that design to a variety of merch. T-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, mugs.
Yeah, look at this.
Different color coordinations and things like that.
We got Sir Jason Tran. Who went to a weightlifting thing in a TBS shirt. Look at this. Look at this, dude.
Baller alert. Calling out baller alert. Got no...
And he fucking lifting those weights like a fucking animal. Look at this. Look at this badass.
The business themselves incur the production cost. They make the merch on demand.
No, you still pay the production cost. That's why the t-shirt's so expensive, because you pay that cost. Shut the fuck up, DSP.
Okay? The reason they're able to do that is because they are huge. They bring in tons of business, and they have the means to do it. They probably have the printing presses, the software, whatever it needs to do this on the fly, and they can do it on demand per order. All right? In that model, there is no investment or risk from the content creator themselves. I would invest no money into it. It's just you guys go to the site, order the merch. I make a couple bucks off each sale. They make a bunch of money off each sale.
A bunch of money.
Merch. Okay? That's what I always did back in the day.
I don't think they make a bunch of money. It's relatively cheap,
First
I
it was
think.
Cafe Press, and then it was Teespring.
Okay.
That's what I did with those businesses. There was never any cost on my end. They incurred the cost. Okay? The other model that you're thinking...
No, the cost... Oh my god, man. The client is paying the cost. They don't incur the cost.
Is more of the small business model, where I would have to invest a ton of my own money.
That's absolutely wrong. Right off the bat. Like I said, you can do them on demand. You get an order for 2 t-shirts that have the fucking piece of shit DSP Reacts logo on them. You take the order, you make the shirts, you ship them out. Everything is paid for.
To buy and produce shirts en masse, whether it's shirts, sweatshirts, whatever it would be, and then once I've already pre-purchased them, they are stored somewhere, usually an off-site warehouse, and then people can order them on demand, and they are shipped from that warehouse directly to them, and that's how I make my money on the back end.
Why would you expect for you to have to make that many shirts? I guess because that's what they did for Project 7, right? They went to some like printing place and they got a bunch of shirts made, and then nobody wanted one and cared about one, so they got a bunch of leftover shirts because they're fucking morons. In that case, everybody's included because that's a fucking terrible idea.
But that requires me to invest the money first.
You don't have
I've
to.
done that before too.
Yeah, and it was stupid.
Over a decade ago, when we were making the t-shirts for Project 7.
Hey, there we go. Project 7 mentioned. That was a terrible idea. You shouldn't have done it. And you're a shitty businessman for doing it. And I bet he was the only guy out of all of them to have a business degree. Or maybe any kind of formal education in the field of business. And he still took this dumbass shit by ordering a bunch of t-shirts and paying for them and stacking them on top of each other and putting them in a fucking closet somewhere.
Okay? I invested a ton of money into buying all those t-shirts and pre-producing them in the hopes that we would sell them at conventions. And
that's your problem.
Okay?
Wow.
Now,
Crunchy.
what you're suggesting, working
And
with...
I guess it does make sense because they wanted to sell them at a convention, but then having no estimate on how many shirts you want to make, so you just make a bunch of them, really stupid.
Small business. There's not a single small business.
They should have made a limited edition run of t-shirts for Project 7 with like some special, like really fun designs. And once they're over, once they've been sold at like conventions or whatever, you have like a backup series of designs that you can just get made at any point by somebody and have it shipped out.
In the United States of America.
And in that way, you're going to be able to like promote your limited edition thing and make it seem special. And then if you're at a convention and you get like all of them are sold out, you get to be bragging to people that you sold out all the t-shirts because there was like huge success and huge demand for them.
Is going to say, oh yeah, we know Darkside Phil. We'll just, of the goodness of our own hearts, produce all of your merchandise completely for free. We'll front all the production cost of everything for you. And therefore, people can just order it out of our warehouse and buy it, you know, because we trust that you're going to sell merchandise. That will never happen, okay? Small businesses will require you to do the investment model, where you have to put your money into it first, pre-produce all the merch first.
Oh, man, the way he fucking talks about it, because he heard somebody talk like this in a business sense, in a business context, and now he's using all the words. Oh, yeah, you got to do the investment model where you invest a certain amount of business capital into investments that procure themselves and accumulate, and then the cumulative addition of these businesses will result in a higher turnover for the profit of the ratio of the company. Sound good? And for those of you who don't understand, you're a mouth drooler and fuck your mother.
You to push that merch and sell it on the internet. Okay? I don't have that money. I don't have any money to invest into merchandise. Zero. I have $0 right now that I can invest in merchandise. Okay? So,
oh, this guy sucks. And then we get a fat chunky snort again.
That's never going to happen.
And we can hear how he swallows it too. Oh shit.
All right? I have to go for a model of one of these businesses on the internet that are order-based. And sadly, the ones that are out there,
He's banned.
I hate to say it, are businesses that are, how can I say?
Call them libtards. Come on.
I know this sounds
They're
really
woke.
dumb,
Yeah, he's
but
gonna say
essentially
they're
kinda
woke.
left-leaning, meaning if they get bombarded with complaints by my trolls saying, "Did you know that Phil in the past said this racist thing and said this sexist thing?" And, did that? And then they bombard them with quotes that I did a decade ago, 15 years ago, or out of context quotes of my content that literally that's not what I'm saying, but they make it sound
No,
like
but
that.
that's what, no, out of context is that's what you're saying. It's just the context is different.
Because anything out of context can
You know, like when you said that somebody is a waste of life for criticizing you for like comparing depression to like playing Street Fighter.
sound like you said something.
Oh yeah, you're a complete fucking waste of complete fucking life. And if you're a god today, nobody would care.
What's the context for that? Is there a good context for it?
Right? And they bombard them with that shit. And they're going to, well, we don't want to bother with that. Our business won't be associated with someone like that. And then they just say, okay, well, forget it. We're not going to partner.
Yeah, I don't think regardless if you're right or left, you want nothing to do with the DSP. Because the fact of the matter is he's simply just bad for business. You know? Because if he was raking in a shit ton of money, nobody would give a fuck about what he said in the past about turning on the ovens in fucking Isaac Heimler or even Arnold Bernelzenegger. Nobody would care about it. Because right now, Logan Paul, you know, the scammer, the dude that made his whole career by marketing to children with like predatory marketing behaviors, he's WWE United States champion right now because he's good for business. That's fucking why. So it doesn't matter anything bad he's done in the past. He's just good for business. He brings in so much fucking money.
You know, and the problem
and DSP just not. That's the difference.
They won't do it up front because all these businesses are automated. So I'll make my page, I'll make a whole page of designs, and everyone will start to order, and then all of a sudden they'll get 400 troll complaints, and then they'll just shut my page down. So all that work and effort of someone designing merch and stuff for me, and then me loading it in there and setting it up, and everyone's placing orders, and then they all get canceled. So what's the point, right? That's the thing. I've asked you guys, are there any third-party sites?
Oh yeah, I also think warning those companies that they're about to get trolled when he initially tries to make contact with them, that's just a terrible business decision. I don't know why you would do that to yourself. It's almost like you're canceling yourself. You're like pre-canceling yourself. You're basically telling them you're a piece of shit.
That will consider doing this. And people sent me some suggestions. None of them are, like, one of them was like, you need to have over 1 million subscribers on your YouTube channel or social network for us to do business with you.
Well, yeah, there you go.
And I was like, well, I don't have that. I have 200,000 on my YouTube channel, right? I mean, if you combine
how many active
all my YouTube channels together and my social media, maybe I've got like 300,000, 350 tops. I'm nowhere near 1 million. So without having that level of clout, I guess, these businesses won't do business with you. And the ones that are out there that are the freebies, they all just bend over to complaints of it. And you know, my trolls will always just lie and say fucked up stuff about me. That's not true. And
lie.
these idiots just believe it because they'd rather err on the side of caution.
Yes.
Than get in trouble, I guess, for selling merch from someone who's considered, you know, a racist or something, which you guys know I'm not.
You guys know I'm not a racist. The guy who bites his fingers so he can restrain himself for saying something racist every time he sees a black guy on the screen. The guy who has a racism compilation that is like half an hour long. That also he made himself. He was making like top 10 racist moments list. That guy is not racist. He's just pretending to be for clout. Or views, I guess. He was a character that was racist. Yeah, go try explain that to somebody who doesn't give a fuck about you because you got like 300 viewers.
So, I can't work with a small business to do merch as much as the suggestion seems like it would work.
So no merch, I guess.
Okay, let's continue. Let's see here. It's been a while since you did a Game Pass marathon. So many different games would be fun to do again. Dark Tide, Call of the Wild, The Angler, Party Animals, Lamplighter's
nobody
League,
cares.
Grow Force, and many more. Let's do it.
Broforce
returns. You put in 2011. It would be awesome to see it run. All right. Can I be honest with you guys?
Oh yeah, that's some. Right.
You guys suggesting games for me to play is a waste of everybody's time.
Well, look. I said earlier, this is what I wanted him to say, basically, and to stop reading the game suggestions. But not like this. You don't have to, like, actually tell him what you're thinking. You gotta say it in a way that doesn't make you seem like a piece of shit. Because these are people that actually care about your shit enough to go to your raggedy-ass, stupid community post and make a suggestion. They actually engage their fucking brain. Or at least what's left of it after being exposed to DSP. They engage their fucking brain to think of a shitty-ass fucking video game that this guy could play so he could stop fucking crying and maybe somebody gonna send him a tip. And this is what we get. God damn it. Let's get a replay of this.
Let's do it. Alice Madness returns. You put in 2011. It would be awesome to see it run. All right. Can I be honest with you guys?
He's being honest, though,
guys
so it's fine.
suggesting games for me to play is a waste of everybody's time. Yours and mine.
And also, why, if it's a waste of everybody's time, why does he keep reading those suggestions? Why doesn't he just skip over the parts where they're fucking telling him what games to play?
I'm not playing those games right now. Right now, it's the middle of the busiest gaming season of the year. I'm backlogged on the new games I'm playing. There's more new games coming out. There's new games I skipped. I'm not playing a Game Pass marathon right now. So, I get it, but your suggestions like that are something for when there's downtime, not for now. So, putting it in the suggestion box now is a waste of your and my time. Knights of the Old Republic 2, let's play. Okay, waste of time. Cut out the Q&A sections of your podcast, make it special again for Ask the King, and play Lost Odyssey. Well, here's the thing, okay? Ask the King has absolutely 1,000,000% gone completely neglected this year. We have not done an episode of Ask the King since March.
Why would you do it when you do it every day? It's just called different. But I guess the gimmick is that Ask the King, you get a long-winded response, and Q&A, you get an annoyed, short response. And during Ask the King, when he prints out the questions, he looks at the piece of paper and he really deeply thinks about what he feels about the question. So you get like the pinnacle of responding. You get an amazingly robust response.
I think? Because I think the last episode was supposed to be in May. And what ended up happening was when May came, we were busy. And everyone was like, you don't need to do Ask the King. You're so busy, you know, you answer people's questions every day, right? So just do it later.
The original post had him ask specifically for game suggestions. He acts like he got all these posts 5 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
5 weeks ago.
Oh, really? Let's actually check that out. But I don't know how far away that is. Like you're saying 5 weeks ago. Was it for real 5 weeks ago? Because that's... Oh my god, look at how much he posts. I've never seen anybody post more on their wall. And all they're posting is about them. He's not even like sharing somebody else's video or giving somebody a shout out. It's just like self-congratulatory updates and just masturbatory promotion posts. And on videos that are not even publicly available. If that was me, I would just delete those posts. This update shit, I would just get rid of it. And it wouldn't take more than like 10 seconds. This shit is ass. I can't find it, man. I'm just gonna trust your word for it. So maybe... I know there were a bunch of... there was a bunch of conditions in that original post. Where you could...
Ask the King more like ask to mouth.
More like... Yeah, ask to mouth. That's it. That's it.
All right, we'll do it in June. Street Fighter's out. Do it later. All right, we'll do it in July. And now this is going on. Now do this, do that. You see? And all year, Ask the King just got forgotten. We haven't done Ask the King all year long.
Maybe because it's a shit program. It's a shit format that is antiquated and people don't like it anymore.
Because I haven't done Ask the King. Are we missing anything?
Oh man, I just like, it genuinely fucking irritates me looking to make all these smug ass faces.
No, right? Why aren't we missing anything? Because I'm an interactive streamer and every day I do a podcast.
This is like a fucking, it's like you're at a gas station and you buy yourself a sandwich because you like traveling a long time, and you go outside and there's like a homeless guy sitting there and like desperately begs you because he's fucking starving, and you just give him the sandwich, and then he looks at the sandwich like this, and he looks around, it's like, oh yeah, oh well, you think I'm gonna eat a sandwich? What the fuck is this, lunch meat? Wow, oh my god.
Right? Why aren't we missing anything?
Because like he's the guy who is starved for feedback because you guys are gonna help him fix his business, but then he gets feedback that is absolutely reasonable. Get rid of Ask the King, get rid of Q&A, shorten that fucking podcast to like 15 minutes and go fuck yourself. Especially the last one. That would rebuild his business from the ground up. And then that's the reactions he gets to this. It almost makes it seem like asking for feedback is just theatrical, is just for show. And essentially he doesn't give a rat's ass about the people's feedback because he treats it like that.
Because I'm an interactive streamer. And every day I do a podcast.
Because like DSP, if he thinks he knows better than all the people watching him, then fucking stop nagging him about fucking feedback.
That's where I talk with you guys and you answer your questions, right? We go in depth a lot of the times with these questions and things like that when there's times and stuff like that. But I'm an interactive streamer now. And I told you guys like 3 years ago that I thought that Ask the King have become outdated. And I didn't really feel that it had a place in my content anymore because I was answering your questions live all day, every day, especially chill streams. Like whenever I'm playing a chill, relaxing game and we're talking almost the whole time, that's when we're getting a lot of questions, discussed or whatever. So because of that, the way I see it anyway, it is obsolete. But people kind of demanded over the years, no, it's your longest running legacy show. We absolutely want to see you keep doing Ask the King, so please keep it in the rotation. So I did. But then this year is the year where it kind of like hit the fan. And if you haven't noticed, no one's asking for it. It's not like people are like, man, we're really missing Ask the King. We're so sad. No one has said that this year. I'm not even a single person has said that this year. Okay?
But then, dude, this is like the most ironic thing ever. If nobody asks for or cares about the Q&A special podcast, why do you keep doing Q&As every day, half an hour? Do you think that's any different? Do you think just because it's called something else, but the format is exactly the same, people care about it more? Oh, man. He fails to see the fucking, the relation, the connection, the meaning. Oh, this guy fucking sucks.
This might be super lame, but thanks for always being there for us. It's been a rough summer work-wise, and you, and that being said, and other detractors helped me, being distracted learning to be a better contractor and businessman. You're awesome. Anti-Day SP.
Hey, thanks Anonymous. I appreciate this, dude. I'm here. I'm not always here. I'm here sometimes, I guess. But it's important that we're having fun and we're being positive. So thank you for the appreciation, dude. Love it. So and I know I got really close to the mic on purpose because I wanted to like really hammer on this point.
It definitely feels to me like
I'm gonna try avoiding doing it unless we're doing something like really intimate, like ASMR.
What I said would happen. Just
you know what I can do? I can bump up the noise in his stream, and then I could do ASMR over that noise. You know, you hear the AC in the background, you hear the landscapers.
Happened naturally. It wasn't like an active choice to say, let's just end Ask the King. It just kind of naturally happened where no one really needs it. There's no need for it. I used to do a holiday Ask the King for Thanksgiving every year. Do we need to do it this year? Not really.
No.
Right? What's the point?
We do it every day.
We're talking every day. So, in my opinion, I don't really see the point. Now, this person says, just don't do any Q&A whatsoever on any of your daily streams.
Yes.
Instead, just save
absolutely.
Ask the King.
Please give this man I don't know, some kind of an award, whatever that is. The Denthead Award for smartest Denthead. I don't fucking know. Give him something. This type of behavior, this type of thinking needs to be rewarded.
So you want me to never answer questions?
Yes. Yes. I know that he's taken it to the super extreme to make it seem like it's ridiculous, but it's a very reasonable complaint. It's a very reasonable suggestion, and he should absolutely take it. Never answer questions.
Never. Wow. Cut out all Q&A.
Because, you know, there's a difference between somebody like sending you a super chat or tagging you in chat and asking you a question and you just answering it while you're playing the game or doing the podcast or whatever. There's a difference between that and spending literally half an hour every day basically doing the closest you can do to forcing people to ask you questions. Because the dude, he doesn't end it unless he is satisfied or he has reached the time limit for it. He legitimately would sit there, and there would be times where he wouldn't say anything for like up to a minute and just read the chat and shake his head because people are not sending him questions. There's a massive difference. And I know if you make it seem as abstract as he's trying to make it seem, they're trying to tell him, Phil, never answer questions ever again.
A podcast and content so you could do Ask the King again. Is that what you guys really want?
That's like you telling him to fix his haircut and him telling you, oh, so what you're trying to say here is that I should just shave everything off my entire body, right? And then you're gonna like it if I shave everything off?
Almost an hour of telling people that took the time to genuinely attempt to improve his streams that he won't be making any of the suggested improvements. How someone can watch this and still give him money is crazy. Phil's stream is a flat circle.
Yeah, dude, this is great. And I guess the positive way, if you didn't want to implement any of these suggestions, or if they were just plain stupid, because sometimes that could happen, you just focus on the ones that you want to do. Just focus on the positive ones. If maybe somebody told him, hey, Phil, play, I don't know, Persona 5, and he wants to play Persona 5, and he's like, hey, you know what? That's actually a really good idea, dude. Thanks for the question.
Ever want me
thanks for the suggestion.
To talk to you guys and answer your questions ever on stream. If you ask me a question, sorry, we're withholding that question. And if you would like a good answer, save that for Ask the King, which is coming up in 3 weeks.
No, that's
in the forum.
Nobody expects that that's how it's gonna work. Nobody expects for this to happen. It's just an over exaggeration for the sense of proving a point that is not valid in the slightest.
Right? Submit it in the post. Right? That's what you're saying. You don't want me to ever answer any questions at all. Do you see my point?
Talking
I'm an
all that
interactive streamer.
bullshit.
We have conversations, we have fun.
No, we don't have conversations when people are forced to engage in a conversation. That's not how a conversation is had. When you basically strong-arm them and you refuse to do anything else unless you're satisfied with a conversation. That's what an abusive parent would do, or just a bad one. You don't have to be an abusive, just a shitty parent.
Right? I do feel like.
And what the effect of that is it makes you want to engage in the conversation less, because it's not natural, it's forced, it's not organic. Because talking about conversation, he doesn't let people in his chat talk about anything else than him. And I seen somebody post this on Twitter, and that's very correct. I think it was a screenshot to one of the suggestions that he got, and it basically said, Phil, it's kind of weird that you expect people to constantly talk about you or what's on stream the whole time. It's like inviting people to a party and expecting all of them to just talk about you and what you're doing the whole time.
The one thing
that's just
lacking,
not
when we don't
reasonable.
Do Ask the King, the one thing that's lacking, if someone asks me a question where we could get into a really in-depth answer, if there's a big story or a history behind it, right? Because that's happened. Someone will ask me a question. I'm like, well, actually, I got this big story to tell you about it, about my past, and let's do this. And then the answer is like 20 minutes long. You know, you don't get 20-minute long answers usually on a podcast or in the midst of a game playthrough. You're just not going to get that level of answer because we're moving. We're constantly moving. We're on to the next thing. We're
really
with the gameplay. We can't hold up the stream.
Dude, come on.
So I understand.
But you do Q&A for 30 minutes, as I saw, as I showed you guys on Twitter from at DSPGoutGout. It's actually consistently over in between 25 and 30 minutes with almost zero variation.
Okay.
Wow.
I definitely understand that there's something lacking. And maybe it does stand to reason that every once in a while we should do an Ask the King. Maybe we should bring back Ask the King for Christmas. Maybe we absolutely should do Holiday Ask the King. A Christmas-themed Ask the King where you could have burning questions you had all year that I didn't answer. Holiday questions for the year end.
If you talk about anything other than the game or DSP, he gets mad and bans you, and then he will ask why no one is talking to him.
Oh yeah, there's also another thing that happens is Nightbot takes over, and then it's just Nightbot day and night. Nightbot says, "Hey, now you can nominate games for the upcoming Adpocalypse." Nightbot says, "You can tip me here at paypal.com/DSPgaming." Very fucking nice,
close
dude.
to 100
I
episodes. I want to say we're like 3 episodes away
it.
from episode 100 for the show.
But wait, it's like, why is asking him a question this important thing? And obviously, I'm gonna point out the obvious. He has nothing going on in life. He got nothing to talk about. It's not even like he is like, let's say, Angry Joe, where he's constantly consuming media and like watching movies, TV shows, where you can actually talk to him about stuff and he can answer a question. Like maybe you can ask him, "Hey, did you like this show?" If you ask DSP, he's gonna tell you he didn't watch it, and he's never gonna watch it because he's too broke to get Netflix, basically.
And it absolutely could be the final episode of the entire series to end the series, right? It could be. So,
and it's also, why would you want, let's say, advice, or why would you ask somebody for their opinion and take it seriously when it's somebody who has a mini mental breakdown when they have to do their laundry? That's not a guy who I respect enough to want his opinion on things. That doesn't seem like a very reliable guy for any of that.
let's think about it, all right? And let me know, but would I stop doing Q&A on my podcast and other content?
Absolutely,
to
please
save
do.
all questions for Ask the King?
No. You should stop doing it because it's really bad for your content and it turns people off. Not to save fucking questions. Fuck those questions. They don't give a... Nobody gives a fuck about them. He done like 100 episodes of Ask the King talking about the same shit. And oversharing about his life. Don't get me wrong, I like when he's oversharing, but I think he basically ran out of things to say at this point.
I mean,
I got nothing else to say.
2017. That's what I signed up for, to answer people's questions, right? Play Lost Odyssey. I'd love to play Lost Odyssey, but again, these random game suggestions don't help. Will I ever stream or post videos in 4K resolution?
No.
I'm not opposed.
I don't know why. Why?
Do it.
But now he's gonna use that to beg for a new PC. That's what's gonna happen. And I know because I've seen the clip of it.
Okay.
It's not like a prediction or something.
Sadly, a lot of games, even though they run at 4K, they will not run at 60 frames per second. And I'm just starting to enjoy the fact that in the last 1 to 2 years, the vast majority of games that I've been playing can be played at 60 frames per second. It seems like the first time in 100 years that that's possible, right? It's stupid that games have taken this long to have 60 frames as a standard option, performance to be a standard option in a new release. But you're not going to get that at 4K, right? In addition, 4K resolution is an incredibly high required bitrate.
Yeah.
For
I don't know why you would want to do that.
Broadcasting and recording. I think I could do it. Even if I wanted to do it now, I probably could.
No. I think the best is just get a 1080p. 1080 60 where everything kind of looks good. It looks crisp and
but I think
it's a good image. I mean, that's kind of simple. Why would you want to do 4K?
The question would actually be more of could people watch it? It's such a high bitrate. Who could watch at 4K? Who has that internet that could even handle that, right? And then on top of that, no, with my current hardware, I can't do 4K. My current hardware, the highest resolution it'll do is 1080p. I can't even do 1440p if I wanted to. All this capture stuff I'm using.
Yeah, buy him a new PC, please.
Okay.
Wow.
So even if I wanted to do up to 4K,
that was a shotgun.
4K pass through, but it does not do 4K resolution. So I would need a full hardware upgrade. I would need a better PC, better capture device, a full-on, and that's the one thing we've avoided. We've literally
he should basically move into a studio.
Upgraded everything else. Right?
You should buy him everything. You should buy him a mansion that has a studio in it, just so he can do it.
My TV, my game consoles, my capture device, my lighting, my camera. I mean, you can go through every piece here has been upgraded in the last 2 to 3 years. Everything but the PC.
But why is most of that shit there when it's upgraded? Why does most of that shit just sit on the floor or is completely covered in dust? I don't know, man.
The PC is still the 9-year-old PC, and it still works. It's not really having any problems. It's allowing me to keep doing what I need to do, and anything but for anything like 1080p, I'm good. When I need to go to 4K, I guess that's going to be when we're forced to do that kind of an upgrade. Okay? Okay.
Hey, but it still works though. Don't fix what's broken. Don't fix what's not broken.
Tournament and play without online lag. Why? What's the point of that?
Oh, that's just a troll, dude. That's somebody trolling about the online lag. This is not a serious question. And the fact that he thought it was serious says a lot about him. About how much he lacks self-awareness.
Right? I don't even understand what the point of that would be. I have no aspirations to be a competitive Street Fighter player at all. I don't care about competitive Street Fighter.
Okay. But wait. Well, anymore? Since when? I thought you were in retirement and then you came back. When did he retire again?
In the wings.
PC Beg is waiting, but first we need to catch up on all the money that he lost from being sick. So it's probably not anytime soon, man. Because like if somebody bought him a PC, he would probably sell it so he can make up the money. But hold on. He doesn't care about competitive Street Fighter? The dude that just spent like 3 months talking about competitive Street Fighter every day and bragging about being master and bringing that up to flex on people on Twitter? Really? He doesn't care? Now he doesn't care.
That would be. I have no aspirations to be a competitive Street Fighter player at all.
Did the retirement saga end? Is it over? Is he back in retirement?
I don't care about competitive Street Fighter.
You don't care about it?
Anymore.
I
have no intentions to travel and put that kind of money and time investment into it.
Money?
I mean, sacrificing being a variety content.
His family? He's sacrificing his family, too.
Quite honestly, and here's another funny part about this, too.
What is the funny part?
If you didn't notice, when Street Fighter 6 came out, and there was tons of hype around the game, 2-3 months, man, people absolutely ate up every piece of content I put out of Street Fighter 6, right?
Not really.
I got good at it. I got to master level with multiple characters.
That's a blatant retcon. That's just like a super retcon right here.
You know what I mean? It was good stuff. Now when I play it, it's all right, but you notice a lot of that hype is gone. Why? Because the hype for the game is played out. The game came out in June. It's November. You know, we're 5 months into a game or whatever. That hype will be depleted. And imagine, just imagine, if I had made that decision, that I'm going to commit that much time and effort, and by the way, that would have meant playing half the games that I've played between June and now. Literally, I would have had to skip half the releases that I've played, okay? It would have meant, instead of streaming like I do now, tons of Street Fighter, every other stream would be Street Fighter, okay? And then traveling, going to tournaments and events. I would have had to attend a bunch of locals in Seattle and stuff like that.
Dude, like, we all know he wasn't gonna do it anyways, but now he's talking about how hard it would be to do. Something that he doesn't want to do to begin with.
All for what?
It's like me talking about how much I don't want to move to North Korea. And be like, oh my god, now I gotta like pack up and like go through the process. And it's like, I don't want to move to North Korea. That's just it.
Right? Just to get to a level where maybe I can semi-hang with people in the area, but what would have been the benefit of doing that? Because by now,
yeah, they probably wouldn't let me in anyways.
The hype's already dead. So unless you're completely in the pro circuit and you're planning on being a pro player who's going to be like top level, making money playing these games, what benefit would that have done for me? Right? So that's what I mean.
Well, you get to show people that you're actually much better in real life when the online lag and the shitty rollback netcode is not a problem anymore. I guess that. You get to silence the haters once and for all. And also you get to socialize with a bunch of people who take a shower about as much as you do. So there you go. You get to meet your peers.
Like, this is what people just don't understand. Excuse me. When it comes to competitive fighting games, the incredible amount of time, skill, effort, dedication, money.
He doesn't care, but he spent $400 on a joystick and $70 on another copy of SF6. He's horrible with money. Just spend.
I mean, Like, yeah, that kind of makes me seem like he cares about it. For me, more than spending is the whole ego aspect. Because when he cares about something, he talks about it like 24/7. And man, that Street Fighter, those pre-streams, he was spending like 20 minutes talking about fucking Street Fighter and what he would do, and then how the lag was and the characters he used. It was fucking terrible. And you could see like he was really fucking proud of himself. So he definitely cared a lot, especially when he got to Master first. The first time he got to Master, you wouldn't hear the end of it. And then the second time he got to Master with the second character, that was like next level. Because that's when he went on Twitter and started bragging about how difficult it was for him to get to Master, because he's actually trying to learn and adapt and improve, and how it's easy for all those other people with a 20% win rate to get to Master. Excuse me, 20% win ratio, as he would call it.
It's all an investment to do it. And I've been there, done that. I've invested all that time, effort, money, skill, all that into it at one point in my life when I was in my 20s. And after the end of doing that for many, many years, I determined even then that was too much of a waste of all my life.
Yeah, because he wasn't good enough to make money off of it. He was only good enough to lose money from it. And, bankruptcy. So I'm going to skip this segment because I think I watched that a little bit earlier.
To the suggestions and you want to follow up, leave comments on this video.
And now he's hyping up more suggestions. But you want to follow up on these suggestions by leaving a comment on this video. Oh my god. We got... the OP Boone guy. Can I fucking block him? No, I can't block him. You can't, make it so I don't see his comments. Because this dude is shitting up every fucking DSP video. He got 1, 2... Wait, so does he actually got 2 accounts? Because there's one Overpowered Boone that is at Overpowered Boone. And there's OP Boone, which have pretty much the same, Fallout New Vegas guy on the avatar. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comments on this video that is just paragraphs. Dude, for real, please stop it, please.
Talking all that bullshit.
Please give me your feedback and let me know what you think about what we just talked about. I need feedback. It's not just me talking to you, it's us having a dialogue. I want to hear what you think it is would be the benefit. For example, that whole idea of member Mondays or whatever. I don't get it. I just don't understand how that would work for me. That sounds like something that works for a giant streamer who's in demand. I'm not a giant streamer who's in demand. So how would that work for me, right? Again, what works for everyone else who's 10 times, 20 times, 50 times bigger than me does not work for me. I'm a small-time guy.
That's not the problem. I think the problem is you, not the how big the channel is.
Works, right? Okay.
Dude, there's no way this stain on the... There's no way this stain is a logo and not a stain. I need to get a good look at it.
To new stuff. Last night you said Arkham Trilogy. Very possible. It's the last game that they've put out of the game.
Oh, and this, I think we're done with this. I think we're done with the suggestions thing. And now he's talking about whatever, something else. Or doing Q&A, because I think that's what he's doing.
All the games in the last decade, because if you remember, Batman Arkham City came out in 2015. So we're talking almost a decade now since the last game that they've put out.
Yeah, I think that's it. Or at least... I don't think I'm going to miss something.
That he can say no to.
Yeah, please send him more suggestions.
So I guess we'll wait till the adpocalypse. Why not? Why not give out a bunch of games during the celebration of commercialism
But what I don't understand is his actual... He never really wants to address the problem with how long the pre-stream is. He always tries to weasel out with a really weird, absolutist, I guess that would be the proper word, excuse, saying, oh yeah, then, well, I guess people want me to have no pre-stream at all. Oh yeah, is that what you want? Yeah, you see how stupid that is? Where it's he's dodging the question and he's not really elaborating on why does he think this should be that long? How is this helping him when it's this long? Because for real, I don't get it.
Blowing of money frivolously.
And I know one of the reasons probably is because he makes the most amount of money during the pre-stream because, well, the most amount of people are watching him really. And that's when the most explosive segments happen, when he's like yelling at people and so. But it can't just be that. And you also can't be too lazy to play a video game. There must be something else. Maybe the ego aspect, that he feels like he's having like a TED talk and everybody's listening to him, and everybody he has their full undivided attention, because then when the game starts, they're paying attention to the game and not Phil. And it's super important that you pay attention to Phil, because this is Phil's show. This is Phil's world, and you're simply existing in it. You're not even living, you're just existing. You're just a small speck of dust in Phil's universe of hate.
Some stuff away. So I guess we'll do it then, right?
Yeah, I guess he just can't help it. I guess that's the easy answer, is he just can't help it. He just really loves himself that much. So he's willing to like tank his whole show every single day and hurt his own business to just indulge his own ego, I guess. Let's watch some other clip. I want to go to the one with 672. Oh no, the Magfest panel. Let's see the Magfest panel, because this is really fucking fun. And I've seen people debunk this video. I don't know the actual context. I haven't seen this in a million years. I've watched the panel once a long time ago, and I've seen people debunk how he went to Machinima, that they paid for something. I think the general narrative is that Machinima paid for people to go to Magfest or to attend it as like a panel or something like that. Again, I don't know the full story, but he wasn't hype enough, I guess, the second time. So they paid for him the first time, and the second time he wasn't hype enough to warrant them paying for them footing the bill. So they asked him to do it, and he didn't feel like it was worth it, I figure. But let's see this. So this whole thing, the context of this is, he used to have a panel at Magfest 20-something, 2012, let's say. And we're talking about how many people were in attendance.
His sausages have to be formulated, curated, procured by himself. If he gets something from a 672, they can hold it over his head and he'll say the trolls will tell him he can't come up with anything himself.
Pretty much, but I don't think it matters that much for him as long as it's raking in cash. It doesn't matter if it's somebody else's idea, because the Fight and Feast was somebody else's idea. The DSP Summer Party was somebody else's idea. The Adpocalypse was somebody else's idea. But it doesn't matter whose idea it was, as long as he can make money from it. That it really doesn't matter. I don't think he's that I don't think he's that he cares about it that much. Okay, so you can see about how many people were in here. You can actually count it. I think somebody did. But let's say in between 50 and 100 people. I think it's pretty reasonable to say.
I think it's the $6 in tips.
Okay, so we saw the big panoramic view of the the place.
If you want to, it's hilarious. It's called revisionist history. Why am I ignoring it? The person is going to argue with me about my panel at Magfest 2012. They're going to tell me that I had a relatively small panel. With
Absolutely was.
Reaction, and that's why Magfest didn't invite me back. Interesting.
Why didn't they invite you back then?
People in the back of the room who had to stand up for 2 rows because there was not enough room for people to stand or to sit in the room, and there were people waiting outside of the room for an hour before we started. That was a relatively small panel.
Talking all that bullshit.
Idiot. That's why I ignored stupidity.
Yeah, but there's a video of it though. You can actually see the amount of people. But let's hear him out.
People like
it's called revisionist history, even though he has no proof of it, and there's video showing how many people are there. But that's revisionist history. Is it revisionist history when people say that he told people to click on the ads, when there's a video that you can very easily find of him telling people to click on the ads? I think that's revisionist history, trying to make it seem like that didn't happen, trying to retcon that, because that's exactly what he does. Because if you remember, the narrative is, he lost his job and he made a video where he explicitly told people to click on the ads. So hopefully he can make money off of it. But what people actually did was independent of him telling him to click on the ads. They went there thinking that they just want to help Phil, so they clicked on the ads, causing the invalid activity and getting him banned off AdSense. You can see that? So it has actually nothing to do with the things that he told them to do. It's like if I told somebody, I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's like something like that, you know? There we go. No example in this case. You can figure it out.
Everyone believes you and everyone, you know, likes you and will say good things about you. And when idiots on the internet hate you, they will literally do anything they can to discredit every single positive thing you could ever say about yourself.
Yeah, it's basically like a sandwich shop. Basically.
There actually was a time when I was a popular YouTuber and people wanted to go to conventions and meet me and sign and get autographs signed and take pictures and attend a panel and do all kinds of stuff with me. Maybe not today, but that did actually happen over a decade ago. You're just an idiot if you don't believe that. You're a fucking moron.
Okay. I mean, I can't deny that there were people trying to get his autograph at events. I mean, there's recorded proof of that. But I also see the recorded proof of how many people in that room, and it's like 50 people.
Okay.
That is a pretty small panel. And I mean, I don't blame him because he was just some fucking shitbag playing video games on YouTube. He's not like someone actually important. It's not like a real TED Talk. It's just a bunch of dudes that most of these people haven't even heard about. But the panel was advertised that someone who managed to make a job out of this, you know, that he managed to make it his career. So people are naturally, I guess, interested in finding out how that happens.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for coming, and have fun.
Okay, so this is the end of the panel. I'm not going to go through the work of counting the people, but you can see. You can see. It's just like a little bit bigger than a classroom. And it's smaller than a college classroom, I guess, depending on the college you go to. Yeah. And they were not necessarily his fans. It was just people that attended the event that showed up to this panel. So there we go. That's what's called revisionist history. We got an unrecorded beg. Let's get through that real quick. It's probably going to be about what you think it's going to be. So I don't expect any surprises.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
So, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. Thanks, and be right back. Okay, guys, I'm just going to stand up and stretch my legs and probably blow my nose again. And then we're going to continue. If you guys are having a good time today, thanks for being a good audience. If you could support the stream in some way, I would really appreciate that. As you guys can see, we had 0 support coming in.
Oh, no, 0 support.
Like, literally 0.
Which is, I mean, it's kind of sad. Because you can see 1 Minute Man clocked in with his daily 20, and the tips total is just 22. And I mean, that doesn't make it seem like you got a supportive community. Maybe remove the total so you don't look bad. I don't know, man. He dug his own grave with all that shit, and now he looks bad.
Bro, we have
when
not
clips like this exist.
Of any type. So anything, a super chat, a membership, a gifted membership, a tip would all be appreciated today. All right, thank you guys, and let me just blow my nose. I'll be right back. All right. All right, guys. One more hour of Alan Wake 2.
Okay.
Then we break for dinner, and then I'm back tonight for Mario.
We break for dinner.
The daytime stream tomorrow. At this point, I'm actually wondering if we'll beat it. We might, right? It depends on how long it is, but we'll see. However, guys, last hour, this will be the only time I mention it. If you could support the stream, please do. I don't know why.
Oh, this is straight up a beg. If you can support the stream, please do. That's a beg. That qualifies in my book. I should make rules and regulations for myself, personally, with what I recognize as a beg and what I don't. So, I don't know. I don't know what I would do with that. I'm not going to count them or anything, because I don't like counting the stuff, but yeah, there you go.
It's so low of a support stream. We have not had a single Alan Wake stream that's been like this yet. Only $27 in tips, not even close to the first tier 1 tips goal.
Oh, now we got 27. Oh, yeah.
2 super chats and a gifted membership since the stream started, or since the game started, and that's it.
Okay.
So anything would be greatly appreciated. Please, if you could support the stream, please do. Obviously, this is really going to suck if my second half of the week starts like this, and I hope it doesn't continue. I don't know what happened. I'm having a good time, good progress.
Yeah, maybe you guys can help me out on this. But what was the whole taking control thing about? What did he take control of? Because I mean, I haven't watched that whole sickness stream on stream. I watched it while making the thumbnail for That Being Said this Sunday. So I didn't pay 100% attention to it. But what was he taking control of? And why is nothing different now? It's just the same thing as before he took control.
Story, we're figuring
Please help
out
me
giant
out.
plot points and stuff, right? So,
was it the
anything
trolling?
you guys can do to support the stream?
Because people are still trolling him just as much as before.
Thank you. Okay, fair enough. And that's it. I'm not. Gonna...
So yeah, if it's angry about being sick, which makes him like lose control of things, he's just as much in control as he was before he was sick, or while he was sick. Really, he has no control.
Mention it again in the next hour. I'm just gonna play the game. All right. Okay. Thank you. Crap. I'm stuck. All right.
Okay, so we got a little bit more of a begging segment, a little more of a raising awareness segment. What do we got this pathetic? The pathetic begging on the Mario stream. What is it? Is this from the Daily Wrap?
Well, let me tell you.
Q&A stalling for tips, ranting about Fortnite. What? This dude is just like waffling about shit at this point. It's all like randomly generated content.
20 hours in, and it's very hard.
Why is he ranting about Fortnite now? What does he got to say about Fortnite?
To retain an audience and get people to keep supporting
that
it.
He hasn't said before.
It was really slow. And already the night streams have been on the bad, slower side in the last couple of weeks. And now I'm coming off of having lost so many streams from being sick. It would really be great to have a solid stream tonight of support, engagement, and everything. So if you can support the stream tonight in some way, please do. All right, I'll be right back. Just gonna, like I said, use the bathroom and then I'll return.
I think he's getting a little bit too comfortable with the begging, and soon there's gonna be a new Moist Critical. I don't know who. It might be Turkey Tom. It might be one of the.
Begging, it's bringing awareness to it.
Yeah, he's getting too deep into bringing awareness to stuff, and he's starting to lose completely all self-awareness that he didn't even have in the first place. So he's gonna get leaned by somebody. I don't know, Mudahar, Turkey Tom, August the Duck, one of those like commentary channels that semi-randomly just delve into DSP stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got the swing by tweets, which is him being completely comfortable with begging. Because remember when the beg tweets stop is when he realized this actually makes him look real bad, and you can find them and just screenshot them and there's actual evidence. Which is kind of ironic because there's a lot of other stuff that make him look bad and he doesn't think twice about doing it.
Guys, if you enjoy the Mario gameplay.
Oh yeah, I think Gundam is working on a DSP video, but I don't know the actual what it's gonna be about. Because it might be about anything.
Support it. I would really appreciate any support tonight of any kind. We have 0 tips right now.
Oh no.
1 membership and 1 super chat. So anything appreciated, okay? Alright. Well, regardless, let's split the part. And let me stretch my legs here. Thanks for watching Mario Wonder. If you're still enjoying, remember, please like the videos and leave comments.
Oh, dude. Now he's gonna, before he goes to stretch his legs, he's gonna be begging a bunch. Or after he comes back.
To keep it going, and I will see you in the next part. Okay. Alright, so, I mean to stretch my legs, guys. Now, guys, again.
Now, guys. Oh, now we got the advanced now, guys. Now we got now, guys, again. That's what we got. It evolved.
This last week has been rough. Number 1, I missed 6 different streams being sick, and then coming back.
The beg tweet has 100% returned.
Hell yeah.
I honestly hope that 672 sends a super chat telling him he's doing it again so we can see his reaction to it.
672 is just gonna get cucked again. That's it. Because now apparently he's like the whipping boy. DSP just randomly times him out and is like, yeah, 672, maybe you should try getting a job. Or something like that. Because, yeah, if you don't know, he was timed out for saying, quote unquote, too much work. That's all he said. And he timed him out and DSP had a big rant about it. And then in the end of the pre-stream, I think it was, he brought him back up again.
And he said, "Oh my god, can you believe it? Too much work. Maybe you should try working a day in your life and see how you feel about it."
Which is quite ironic.
Things were good, and all
Quite
of the
ironic.
last couple of days, every night stream has been slow, and then earlier today, the Alan Wake stream was slow. This is not good. So,
This is not
tonight,
good.
if you enjoy Mario, please support it. It really sucks that this has been.
Dude, I love how good this is as a scene, like a scene in a movie. You got the background music that's super cheerful and exciting. You got the nice, like, Super Mario colorful, color scheme on the screen. It's all so, like, happy-go-lucky. And at the same time, you got a guy in a tiny little box that has a weird game over sign above him, talking about how it sucks a lot that the game is over.
That is not getting engagement.
Metaphorically.
I don't know why, because I think it's a great game. I think it's an ingenious game. I'm really enjoying it.
I think so
please support
too.
tonight if you can in some way, okay? Any way is appreciated. Let me
Anyway, okay, I'm just gonna drop a like then. It would be quite funny if every stream he did got like 600 likes, but $3 in tips. I guess I don't know. People need to refocus support, which is also a great DSP quote. You need to refocus your support.
and get untangled. This headphone wire is a pain in the ass.
And then he went to walk around, I guess? And then he's back to begging, is he?
Someone whose name I cannot read. It says, "Go, Toad, go." So we're just going to go with anonymous. Thank you for an anonymous $20 tip, whoever this is.
His name he can't say. Why not?
The color of Toad. I think so.
Why can't he say his name?
5.
Is it a first name, last name?
So why not swap over?
Or maybe it's something profane.
Toad for World 6, and then maybe go.
Or maybe it was one of those stupid ones that just have stupid words in them, like the stinky dicks or something. Like maybe, I don't know, ass, finger ass, or like there was a guy who was called Warm. It was called Warm Poo. And DSP was like, "Oh, thank you for the 50 bits by Warm Poo." That shit. Like, come on.
Anyway, yeah, let's
and
do
then
it.
there was the
much
bad
for
trolls that were like Phil's stinky socks and Phil's smelly chair, and then like Phil's, I don't know, greasy hair, people like that. Those were the lame ones.
With that, we're at $26.
Oh yeah, there was also liquid shits. That was a thing. That was a guy. Liquid shits.
Today, it sure would be great if we could get the tips goal tonight. We did not even get.
What is ALT doing later for me to join him? What is he up to? I'm gonna kill him. He doing a thing? He hasn't posted it yet, so I don't know what he's doing.
On the Alan Wake stream earlier today, so it'd be great to get.
But I'm probably not gonna join him.
All right, let's go to Blue Toe. Okay, gotcha. All right, thank you guys, and you know, for those who chilled, for those who did interact, thank you. For those who were here and were actually respectful, even though you had other conversations.
Oh, the valedictorian plunge. Well, that's probably gonna be a really good thing. But I don't know much about American educational system, so I just feel I'm gonna be out of place in those in that stream.
I don't mind that as long as you're respectful. Thank you for that as well. Hope you enjoy. For the few people who did contribute tonight, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm well aware that after like the initial 2 streams that I played of this game, that most of the interest and support kind of fell off. I don't know why, because I love it. But I'm gonna keep it up. We're almost done, right?
We're almost done, you guys. Come on.
So hopefully you guys will come on back.
Yeah, well, this was about what you can expect. There's no new phrases. I want him to start rephrasing his begging, because, you know, maybe he should say redistribution of support or influx of support. He should use those business terms to pretend like he's not a filthy panhandler. He compares himself to Moist Critical. Oh, that was the... Yeah, that's the feedback thing. And we got begging and complaining about low support. Then we got guilt tripping. This is from the latest daily wrap. You can see this just from 5 hours ago. I started the stream out with this one, so you can rewind the stream. There was also this thing about Taylor Swift that was a really weird segment, and I don't get it, how he can have so little self-awareness. Let's actually take a look.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
TikToks. Oh no.
Now there's no way that I paid $700 for a concert ticket only for that show to be blocked by someone else's sign because it interferes with my my enjoyment of the concert, and they can't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, battery is any non-consensual offensive contact with another. And yes, it also includes anything that that person is holding, because that is an extension of their person. Just ask these people who were charged for snatching signs out of protesters' hands. And makes that young snatcher guilty. Oh, God.
Bro.
I just won the lottery.
Okay. I have a big solution to this one. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, it's like it's gonna be stop watching Keemstar, isn't it?
Stop listening to Taylor Swift.
Solution. Don't fucking pay $700 to go to a concert, you fucking idiot. I don't care if you're a teenager, I don't care if you're an adult, you're a moron.
Oh yeah, Mr. Credit Cards, dude. Mr. Bankruptcy guy. He's stalking. The Champions guy is stalking. I mean, come on. This is like the easiest thing somebody can clap back. Because he didn't spend like fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars on credit cards to like build a life for himself and secure his fucking existence. He spent it to go around playing video games and lose to people. Come on, dude.
No
I mean, I wouldn't go to a concert that costs $700, but if you want to go to it, I'm not gonna stop you. It's not the smartest thing in my opinion, but I'm not gonna stop you. Go fucking do your concert shit.
For $700, you're a complete fucking jackass to pay it.
Complete fucking
And the fact that
jackass.
you went to a Taylor Swift concert and paid
He
that
is
just
so
shows you're
mad.
a mind-numbing drooler.
He is, wow, a mind-numbing drooler. What are you drooling? Mind-numbing drooler. You numb other people's minds. That's what you do. Because your mind is so numbed already from drooling that you're transferring that to other people, I guess. You just like racking out different insults. You're just like throwing them out there. But it's like really weird how this guy is so spiteful. Every time we talk about people having money and spending it on something that they think is fun or enjoying it, they're idiots for him. When he does the same thing in extreme fashion, he does it to like an actual huge extent, to the point where it like ruins his life. Like a fucking, it's like a dude comparing somebody who smokes weed every once in a while and like shitting on him, while that same guy is doing crack on a daily basis. You know, it's not exactly comparable.
You're a fucking moron, and you deserve anything you get for going to that fucking concert. You paid $700 for your ticket. All right. Now, if you go to a concert,
Talking all
should
that
you
bullshit.
be blocked of your view?
No.
No. But that's the fault of the concert venue, not the fault of the other concert goers, right? So, yeah, the venue should be making sure that people that go to the concert don't ruin the concert experience for everyone else. But that's up to them. And if they don't, again, shame on you for spending money at a concert venue like that, and you didn't do research to find out if they do a good job or not, you know?
Really?
It's sad, but people are dumb. People are cows.
What? Would fucking Phil do research on that? What would he do? Imagine he went to like a wrestling show, because of course he would. And while the greased up, oiled up, big chunky men with fat cocks, while they were like wrestling each other and putting each other in holds and shit, he was like really trying to find out what's happening. He's like looking, his eyes bulging out, he's sweating, he's like secreting pig roach fucking DNA. And somebody in front of him pull out a sign with like Jim Cornette's face on it, and they were waving it right in his face. What would Phil do? Do you think he would ask him to stop? Do you think he would try and take the sign and rip it? Or do you think he would come back home and bitch about it for like 2 hours on his pre-stream? I think that's what's gonna happen.
Everything. They spend an insane amount of money on dunce level shit, and then they fucking sit there.
Dunce level
Go
shit.
to jail over it. You're a moron. Thank you to Supreme Bugs, who had a super chat and says, "Is it dumb to pay $700 for WrestleMania?" Well, yes.
Oh, they killed him. Oh, they killed him. They fucking killed him. Because you guys remember, he went to WrestleMania. And he paid like a couple $1,000s, I think. Because that shit is expensive. I mean, it's the biggest fucking wrestling event. And this guy fucking killed him. I completely forgot he went to WrestleMania. And there's a moment here when he got busted and he realized it. And the little drunk hamster in his brain started going in overdrive, trying to figure out what to do. Look at this.
Guy says, "Is it dumb to pay $700 for WrestleMania?" Well, yes and no.
Yes and no. And now he instantly knows that he got clapped and it's actually about him. It's not a hypothetical question. It's a dunk.
I absolutely positively never would have paid $700 to go to WrestleMania unless I was a YouTuber.
Oh, there we go. Unless he was a YouTuber.
Like, that was the reason that justified that trip.
Yes, it was a financial investment into content.
That going to WrestleMania that year with John Rambo, that we were going to be doing all this documentary style
fucking break
while we were at that trip, and that we were going to be able to talk about it for our show Smart Guys, right? There's a difference between I'm a normal person dropping $700 to go to a concert where I can't.
What is a normal person?
People are holding signs.
Have you ever been to a concert? You can definitely hear the music and you can see, unless somebody has a big sign in this case.
Plus, it's shitty Taylor Swift to begin with.
And it's shitty Taylor Swift. I don't know. I guess Phil would go to a concert of somebody that is really great, such as the guy who made Thugs on the Floor, because that is high quality music. I tell you that.
Or I'm a content creator who's going to make a series of videos and content that's going to be for my business based off of the fact that I'm spending that money.
Bruh, what were those videos? And now we gotta go super petty so I can show you what those videos that he thinks are super quality and an investment for his business actually were. The whole thing, in my opinion, WrestleMania, was him figuring out a reason to just go to WrestleMania. So he went to WrestleMania 29, and in my opinion, I just think the guy wanted to go to WrestleMania, which there's nothing like objectively wrong with. So he made a bunch of shitty ass vlogs that basically have no fucking worth whatsoever, because they're all like a minute long. It's not like he's taking you through some kind of like really well made video about him and his experience as WrestleMania. It's just more like when you're on the road and you accidentally like record something with your phone because your video recording was turned on, and then you put it on YouTube because you think nobody's gonna watch it, except he knew people are gonna watch it and put just as much effort. This is the fucking thing. So this is first on the road to WrestleMania. It's a 3-minute video of him and John. Of course, he's in the passenger seat because he can't drive, but he's good enough making vlogs. And it's just filming the road in shitty audio and talking about nonsense.
So apparently all the hotels in the entire area are completely booked.
And then we bitch about hotels because they didn't book their hotels in time. Then we have a dedicated 5-minute vlog
taking the tunnel, Jack,
of him going through a tunnel with a car. This is the exciting content that he wanted to produce from going to WrestleMania. It's literally 2 dudes in a car going through a tunnel with shitty audio.
Alright, now we're in the turnpike.
Hoboken, New Jersey.
You have to pay a toll.
Oh shit.
And then when we actually get to WrestleMania, you guys, because you know that's a thing, because they went to like Ring of Honor tapings where Jay Briscoe was there, Bobby Fish, they got Matt Taven, Jay Lethal. Wow, he's all Jay Lethal. But all you get to see is less than a minute of actual wrestling, and I don't even know if there's any commentary. That's it. That's the actual content. That is so good. And then we get to a Hall of Fame ceremony. There's one video that is like actually 30 seconds long, so that shit is useless. There's New York City at night of him just walking around New York City for 1 minute and 50 seconds. Then we get Hall of Fame and a bunch of just walking around the merch store.
The fact that he has zero back pain on the highway while in the gingerly seat shows how much of a lie his back pain is.
Maybe just the air at that particular time was good enough. He was breathing like high quality air. Maybe Rambo has like a good air conditioner in the car that alleviates the pain. You never know, dude. He got like a really fascinating back pain thing. And here is the actual WrestleMania thing. And I gotta give him credit for this. These videos are longer than 1 minute. They're actually 16 minutes is this one when they're actually at WrestleMania.
Hello, everybody.
Wait, what?
Here, and
wait.
It's gonna be a different kind of video. It's not gonna be.
Wait. This is just fucking audio. What?
Fuck all you hoes!
Dude!
Detroit till I die, motherfucker!
Are you fucking kidding me? The dude went to WrestleMania and this is the fucking thing you post? Wait, no, there has to be. This has to be video. No.
We're gonna start talking about these pictures now.
Bro. No, what? He's going through the photos from his trip. We're gonna start talking about these pictures now. That's what he fucking says.
We're gonna start talking about these pictures now. Right here we have the first picture that I took. It was
Bro, I'm actually gonna fucking kill him. This shit is... No way, man. This is so dumb. How are you gonna do this? And of course they're 15 minutes long because all he has to do is just sit there and talk about shit. And this is your investment, Phil? You dumb fucking piece of shit. Oh my god.
Literally never would have spent that kind of money at all going to something like that unless that were the case.
Okay. It's not even an actual vlog of him being on WrestleMania and we're like, oh, you guys, people are showing up. This is it, basically. This is it. This is a 2-minute video, 2-minute vlog of him in front of like MetLife Center. I guess that's how it's called. And waiting to get inside. And then they have floor seats and showing the floor seats in the arena. And that's it. That's all you get from the actual WrestleMania. And everything else is just a slideshow. It's just like your friend went on vacation and they're showing you photos and it's like, oh, you know how fucking awesome this is? Man, I can't even tell you. But I couldn't like actually make a video. So look at this photo here and imagine that you were there and it was really awesome. That's how it was for me.
Okay. I have been to wrestling shows before that. I think the most expensive ticket was like 20, 30 bucks. You know, in which case, who cares if someone holds a sign in front of you? Big deal. Right? So that's the difference there. Supreme Bug. So nice try, because you're trying to stick it to me.
Yeah, he did stuck it to you.
Sizing people going to Taylor Swift, but I spent that much to go to WrestleMania, except it's a completely different situation and you're an idiot.
Oh, yes! I was waiting for that. I was going to say, call him an idiot.
But thanks for the super chat.
I didn't even have time to get that one out.
And...
Oh, he fucking killed him. With that shitty fucking debunk. You dumb sack of shit. Oh, what more do we got? He's begging for the YouTube side support. Oh, that's just a day ago. Oh my god. And what the fuck? He blames This Is How You Don't Plays for not getting a panel at Magfest. But I don't have this kind of time though. I got like about 5 more minutes, let's say. And then I gotta head out. Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing with 672. The Cuck 69. I don't know. That's my name for him, I guess.
And that's the Halloween Marathon. That, unfortunately, you know, the Halloween Marathon is a one-time-a-year thing. All right? It makes sense to do it on Halloween or right around Halloween. We're now into early November. We are already into the Thanksgiving month. We're into Black Friday coming up. We're getting into the holiday spirit. If you go out to any store, it's Christmas, right? Anywhere you go, it's fucking Christmas everywhere, correct? So, we're not going backwards in time. We're not going to do horror again. We did horror last month, you know.
Isn't this horror?
This amount of horror reviews.
Not sure.
For DSP Reacts. We had horror animations all month, which was really fun. But there's no way, because it's funny, so people were like, just do the marathon anyway. Like, what the fuck? Do the marathon anyway.
Yeah.
Number one, I want you to think about this. We are behind a week of gaming. I'm in the middle of 3 new releases that we should be way further into than we are. We've got 2 more new releases coming.
Like, actually, who fucking cares? It's just video games. If you're fun enough by yourself, nobody's gonna give a rat's ass about the video games. Who fucking cares about how far he's into fucking games?
Need to cover.
And I think at some point people start complaining about the games just to piss him off. They don't actually care. They just want to piss him off.
We've got games I didn't play in the meantime that you guys are waiting on. And you want me to do this marathon?
Yeah, let's get to him shitting on 672.
And number 2, it's all horror games. It's Halloween. Halloween's over. You know, for me, right now, I'm getting bad. Like, feeling about Halloween, I got vibes around everything. Because, we need to sit, you know what I mean? So, no, we're not doing it. If I were to do it, first of all, if I were to do it now, I would send myself so much further back in all the games I'm playing, and also if I'm doing all games I play. Well, Phil, why aren't you playing more Call of Duty? Why aren't you playing Like a Dragon Gaiden?
So now 672 says in chat, uh-oh, that's what he says here. You can see the timestamp too.
Oh, because we're still playing the 3 games because we didn't get... Well, why didn't you get so far? Because I was sick. Well, why didn't you play more of it? Well, because I did the Halloween Marathon. Why'd you do that?
Oh, and now he says, too much work. You see how too much work, and DSP's already pissed the fuck off. So look at the reaction.
Halloween Marathon. You should have been playing the new releases, right?
Now he's gonna look at the chat.
Now, in addition to all of that.
In addition to all of that.
Okay.
That's it. That's when he saw him. He knew it was over now.
In addition to all of that, you know what, 672?
You know what?
Your fucking timeout.
Show your time out.
had enough of your fucking lip. I really have. He literally just in the chat, oh, it's too much work for you. Go fuck yourself. Here's what's too much work for you. Shutting your fucking lips. Because I've had enough. You've been like a sarcastic dick here, on and off. I had enough of your shit. So sit out for 10 fucking minutes and come back and apologize publicly to me for being a dick. Thanks.
Look, there's something really clear that came out of this. If you allow somebody, especially on the fucking internet, to talk to you like that without actually calling him a fucking slur, you are now the bitch boy. So 672, and we already knew that, but now it's official. Congratulations. You are now the bitch boy.
Talking all that bullshit.
Okay. Now, here's another thing. If we were
Imagine letting Dark Side fucking Phil, a dude who is wearing a dress shirt and pajama shorts at this very moment, and looking like this, and having a poverty-ass stream like this, imagine letting him power trip on you like that, and then coming back and wrapping your lips around his cock? That means you're the bitch boy.
A marathon right now, it's probably the worst possible thing for my health. All right? Why? Because marathons are incredibly tiring. When I do a marathon and I'm not taking breaks and I don't have a break for dinner or whatever, right? And I'm just here all day long from 10:45 a.m. all the way to like 7, 8 p.m. By the end of the day, I'm drained. I'm very tired. I'm exhausted. I'm sweaty. I sometimes, I have a headache. I have problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, problems.
So,
really?
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, and I love doing them. Don't get me wrong, but usually they're very, very draining when I'm healthy.
What does he like doing? Why does he like doing them when they are so bad to him? Because he makes a lot of money? I guess so.
It makes sense right now when I'm coming off of one of the worst sicknesses, arguably the second worst sickness I've ever had in my life.
Dude, there is no way. There is no way. This is the type of dude to have a flu that lasts, or a cold or whatever, that lasts like 3 days, and then come back and tell you it was the second worst sickness he's ever been through. Literally. Like, how much of a fucking privileged lifestyle you gotta have? My God, man.
To be doing a marathon, of course it makes no sense. No,
second worst sickness ever.
No sense for me to do that. You know, I feel like that would be setting myself up for a relapse, and I've had a relapse? Illness just like this.
A relapse of an illness?
In my 20s, I had influenza, and after a week, I went back to work too early, and I had a relapse of influenza. Right?
In a relapse.
Yeah, it sucks that.
Speaking of relapse, you know what is very interesting to me, and that's some food for thought, I guess. This is the guy who, like I just said, he got the cold for like 5 days, and he said he was gonna die, you know. And there's a certain amount of mental toughness that this thing proves that he lacks. But then you think about it, he claims to have defeated 2 crippling addictions, namely alcoholism and mobile gaming, right? He claims to have completely like conquered them to the point where now he drinks on a, I guess, semi-regular basis, casually. He has absolutely no problem or no dependency with that. And he plays mobile games without having crippling spending issues. That's what he claims, right? But he's too soft to get the get the flu for like a week and not like shut up about it. You get that? You get what I'm trying to say? It's like there's a certain amount of mental toughness and willpower that is necessary for you to conquer your addictions like that. And he claims to have it, but doesn't have that mental toughness to have a simple sickness and get over it and, you know, get on top of it.
Can't do that crazy like stuff like that I'd like to, but what can you do, right? Like, I have to be realistic.
Yeah, influenza is basically the flu.
Doing a marathon right now makes any kind of sense. I gotta recover a bit, you know? Can I sit here and do a gameplay stream? Sure. I'm just sitting here playing a game. But here, I'm in costume, and I'm talking with you guys. Do we play some games? Do we take some drink? Do we eat some food? Do we do this? Do we do a tier maker?
Oh man.
No breaks. Keep going.
Oh man, all these hard things he needs to do. Let's analyze what he needs to do. All these super important things.
Right? Like, I have to be realistic.
Okay.
I don't think that doing a marathon right now makes any kind of sense. I gotta recover a bit, you know?
He's gotta recover.
Can I sit here and do a game
because there's a lot of really difficult things he has to do, such as
stream? Sure. I'm just sitting here playing a game. But here, I'm in costume, and I'm
now wearing the costume, of course, a lot of effort. You cannot do it. Wearing the costume is super draining.
Talk with you guys. Do we play
Talk with you guys. That's really difficult too. Having to glance at chat and call somebody an idiot.
Do we eat some food? Do we do
Eat some food. You see, eating food is difficult to this man. He needs to take the chicken off the bone. Do you realize that? I don't know. I think you guys been eating the chicken on the bone, and it needs to be off, and that takes a lot of effort.
I'm in costume, and I'm talking with you guys. Do we play some games? Do we take some drink? Do we eat
and it takes some drinks. That's also really hard.
Food? Do we do this? Do we do a tier maker? We do this? No
and
breaks.
Doing the tier maker, no breaks.
Nah,
even though all his marathons have breaks in them.
Know myself. You know, I can't do that right now. You know what I mean? So, let's see what happens. All right, but this Halloween event is done. We're not doing it, okay? And I apologize. I know people, again, they look forward to this every year. They absolutely love it. They want to see
the costume, basically. The only thing I want to see about his Halloween stream is how out of touch he is and what kind of a stupid costume he's going to do. That's the only thing. When Kat was on that one iconic Halloween stream, that was completely different. Then the game was completely different. You're all watching for the dynamic. You're not watching for the costumes or whatever. You're watching to see what's going to happen. But recently it's just been like this dude and what kind of a stupid gimmick he's going to try and make.
Having fun in a holiday atmosphere. I know people were literally saying we cannot wait because we come to it every year. We love the costume reveal. And I hate to say it. I hate to say I told you so. But sometimes I just...
What did you tell us all?
And around the end of October, I was saying to everyone on these streams, I said, I've noticed that we've got a big dip in memberships, and typically what ends up happening is at the end of October, we have this Halloween event. Why do I get the feeling that there's people who were like waiting for the Halloween event, and they were going to come by and probably contribute in a big thing when the community was there, whatever. There was like big community support, right? And then what happened? I get sick and it doesn't happen. I had a feeling that something was going to like happen because I don't know what it is. Like sometimes I just get a feeling, and I was like, I had a feeling that was going to happen. That's what I was saying to people.
The
hey,
pig roach
if you want
sense.
to do some gifted memberships or whatever here at the end of the month, it might make sense.
Wait. So the whole I told you so segment was that you should have listened to him and gave him money when he asked you. Because then, if you don't do it, something bad might happen, and now he doesn't have money. But how does that personally hurt me? How am I hurt by this? Did I lose money? Did I Did I miss out on something? No, it sounds like you're telling me I told you so for something that only concerns you. So naturally, I wouldn't give a fuck about it.
Hey, although it's cool, you want to do it on the Halloween event, that makes sense. There'll be a lot more people here or whatever. But look what happened, right? So
honestly, yes. You know what? I admit that I did miss the costume reveal. So this is the only way I'm hurt by this. I am damaged by this. That I don't get to see what costume he got. That apparently also got a very expensive prop, or at least a somewhat expensive prop, because he claimed it was like the most he's ever spent on a costume.
It's over now. You know what I mean?
But it's over. It's been canceled.
It is what it is. It's done, and we're not going to go backwards in time. We got to move forward. You know, you don't dwell on the past. You move forward positively.
You know what I would do? I would still do it anyways. And I would mix that with the Black Friday event and have like an out of season Halloween event, which is like the Black Friday Spooktacular, where he still gets to watch ads and stuff, but he gets to also wear a costume. Why not? I mean, do it. If you're doing gimmicks, then just do gimmicks if they're so successful.
Where's 672? You tell me, because I timed him out for 10 minutes. He didn't come back, so maybe he's pouting in a corner somewhere because he said something really fucked up to me on the stream and he got called out. So now he's ran away with his tail between his legs. Because you would think that he would have come back and apologized if he was a man, but I guess not. Because I don't see him, right? I didn't permanently ban him. I timed him out. So, anyway. Anyway.
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
He got the drip going. He got the drip going.
This dummy acts like him being sick was a detractor's fault, and now he is blaming his audience because he warned them not to wait for the Halloween event.
Yeah.
He is so trashy it's unbelievable. But I can't look away.
Yeah, right? It's so fucking weird, dude. I was so shocked to find out that the whole I told you so was that you should have given him money. It's basically I told you to buy the figure. It's just 35 years later. It's kind of that same thing, right? Because with the figurine, they didn't buy it to him when he told them to, and then it wasn't available, and then he was like, I told you to buy the figure, I told you so. It's the same shit. It's the fucking Wolverine of 2023. God damn, this guy will always be the same, which I guess it is kind of fascinating. How much the same he remains and how much he claims he has changed. It's such a great contrast. It's so artful. I don't know. There's something poetic about it. But I guess I'm gonna be done here. You know, I don't want to go too late because I got stuff to do. And apparently ALT is doing the plunge on the valedictorian story today, so you should definitely go check that out whenever that is available. And yeah, that's it. Soon I'm gonna get the fiber optic installed so I can actually put that capture card to good use. Because I was actually thinking about when Alan Wake came out, when Spider-Man came out, all those, I was thinking about doing like some gaming stream or some just like chill out and watch some videos and have some games on the stream kind of shit. But right now I can only do 720p, and that is just not great. So yeah. Thanks everybody. For those people waking up right now and couldn't catch the stream, well, you're gonna get to watch it on demand. Imagine that it's live and that I'm agreeing with everything you're thinking, okay? And I don't know. Let's soundbite time.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
All right, see you around, guys.